updating all the loot that we got.
Greyash has been
I've been going through all
reviewing
the old
every
episodes.
single piece of episode to see what loot we've got, and then he's going to
Yeah,
get to that one episode where me and him needed reviving. He's going to go, oh, feck, and delete the whole lot of it straight off the list.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I'm good with that. Finding out all your stuff that you've gotten from the videos, as long as you don't hold me to any of the lore or anything I've said about any NPC or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I've read the essays from that person, but like I don't care. Like none of that matters.
I'm so glad you don't care.
You're just playing the game.
That's great. Makes me feel so awesome as a DM.
You know, it's our game. If you get the lore wrong, it's still our game. Like we still enjoy it.
Listen, as long as Zert is still dead, we're good.
Zert is definitely still dead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a vision of Rob just screaming into the void. Like, do you remember Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone?
I am the law.
I am the lore instead of I am the law. I just had that vision in my head.
I am the law. Actually, in the book, it says that guy's wearing a red robe, not a green robe.
All right,
delete
so
this video.
This is probably going to be the best intro to any episode, any session of this that we've ever had. Session 30, because it's the moment that we are about to begin the game. And the cat that we have living in this space that I am playing the game in just took the smelliest shit you can possibly imagine, and I'm currently being hotboxed by it. So you all talk among yourselves for a moment while I go take care of this business.
Please. Yeah.
So much for being ready.
Can I just tell you something as a bit of a thing, like a reality check? In real life, I can't smell. I've never smelled anything.
Really?
I was born with no sense of smell.
Wow.
So I don't understand smell at all.
Just imagine.
I guess there's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. Just imagine how
that's what I was
bland
gonna say.
must taste.
So when people say this smells of this or this smells of that, I'm guessing.
Oh man, to never have smelled like coffee in the morning and fresh baked bread, like as an Italian, that's just
never smelled a baby, can't smell my wife, never smelled a rose.
Roses are overrated.
Can't smell a shit.
Baby suck.
Can't smell, can't smell anything. Can't smell chocolate. So just so you know, so when you refer to smell, remember,
I got you.
Completely nose blind.
So I'll try to make it a point. If you're playing in a game that I'm running, if I'm going to describe a smell, I'll try to give it a taste descriptor, like a sweet smell or a sour smell, because flavor, so you can
I can equate them in my mind, but I've never sensed them, so I can understand them, like I can think what they would be like, but I can't actually smell anything. I never have. So,
gotcha.
Just wait till they're able to put computers in our heads and they can just transmit it electrically to your brain and you start.
Oh, they're definitely going to do that.
I need a cyber nose.
Absolutely. That's it. We need cyberpunk to be real.
But it doesn't mean that you can't
brain
have like smells in the game. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? I can understand.
Yeah.
It's just if the main clue or main something is to do with scent, I'm going to struggle a lot. I don't understand how people can smell and detect things that were there that are not there now. It's amazing. It's amazing to me.
Oh,
it's like
you mean like smell something that has already left the room?
Yeah. Or people will go, "You that garlic," and I go, "Fuck
garlic."
How do you know that? Like,
it's like having it's like air is. Imagine like air is like a glass of water, and then you like pour something in it that's really tasty, and you drink half of it, and you top it up with water, and you like drink half of it, and you top it up with water. But like it'll always be there. It just lingers on.
I don't understand as well why some people won't smell. Like I've often gone, just this top smell, And the people go, I don't smell it. And like, why? It's just fucking smell. It's like, is it like sight where you go, I don't want to look at that thing. And like, you know, you look at it, but then you look away, it's gone. But it doesn't seem like smell does that.
Some people
Smell can
can block
linger.
out smells, but also if you're around a strong smell for a long enough time, you'll get nose blind to it, and you just won't notice it anymore.
I'm completely, yeah. Okay, oh, that's interesting. I'm completely nose blind, so.
The amount of times that I've arrived at Chris's and he's got up and he's gone, do I stink? And I'm like,
And the answer is always
if you have to ask the question, you should shower anyway.
I mean, it's the idea like if you have a clock that ticks, you're going to hear it and you're going to hear it, but eventually you're just not going to notice it even though it's still there. And then you'll notice it when you make a conscious effort.
That's a really
same
clever.
sort of thing with a lingering smell that isn't like fully offensive, because if it's fully offensive, you'll take care of it.
Yeah,
Like
but
a
let's
cat
just
box.
move on because I kind of want to just stop thinking about the shit smell I just had right now. Let me give you. I'm back. Okay, so
All right.
let me set the scene here. Let me get myself ready here.
I'll get my
Really need to
character.
get into the DMing posture. All right,
Right,
so where we last left off, you had returned briefly to Nulb to regenerate, recuperate, get yourselves back in order, and for Greyhawk to spend a little bit of time learning a few new magical tricks that might help you along the way as you delve deeper into the Temple of Elemental Evil, which you return to after that brief period of time spent in Nulb. Retracing the steps that you had had before, you noted that the temple, the exterior area of the temple, felt quite deserted, and the ever increasing sort of desert-like feel of it, like southwestern American style desert with spiky scrub and barren trees, and and there's like animal bones and skulls and stuff like that all around. But you make it to the temple, and again, it seems almost like you were the last ones here until you get to the door through which you had bashed open and entered in the last time, and you were able to notice that there were tracks, footsteps, pathways. Clearly, some humanoids of some type had in fact been passing through this area since you had last been here. Nevertheless, you were unbothered as you continued into the temple and back down the way that you went last time, through a passageway where there was a broken altar and looked like something had been destroyed in that area. You took the passageway down and returned to the scene of where you had fought several gas and a number of ghouls just days earlier, and took to looting. And while you were doing that, you were attacked by yet another two gas and one ghoul? I forget exactly. Maybe one gas and one ghoul. And you managed to take them low and take the rest of their treasure. Continuing on further into the temple, let's see here. Let me see the path that you traced. You went after you finished searching through the areas which the sort of areas that they had been dwelling, these ghast and ghouls. You JB noticed a strange sight and called your attention to it. Some sort of strange creature, jelly-like perhaps creature, moving through the passageways of the Temple of Elemental Evil that seemed to contain within it objects, and it kind of moved and floated past you, and you shut the door as it moved by, and you waited for it to get beyond your view. Finally, you ended up going down a passageway. Do I have this open, guys? Let's see here.
No.
I do not have this open. I don't?
No. Negatory. Bobla.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Bobla Fett.
Wait a second. I don't?
I don't see it. I might read it. Everybody's in the
What are you
page.
looking to have open? Because I've got Roll20 up and I've got the
Roll
map.
20. Yeah, the map should be
You're
there on
logged
Roll20.
into
Yeah,
Roll20, yeah. The map is there.
Yeah, the
Oh,
map's
come
there.
on, I don't see. What the fuck?
It's in the bottom left
Wait.
corner. You might have to move the map around.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might be seeing all black.
No, I don't. Carry on. I'll sort it. I don't want to ruin this bit. I'll find it. I'm messing about with the map, but I can't see it.
I see there's some like
Oh, I
red
can.
lines now.
It's just
Yeah.
come up. It's literally just popped. Sorry.
Yeah. So you went down this passageway and checked out a door there. And as usual, JB didn't find the trap, and you went through the doorway. And the room beyond was a kitchen of sorts, a 20 by 30 foot room with 3 doors in the southwestern portion. East, south, and the west corner. You obviously came in through the eastern corner. A high, broad fireplace with numerous side ovens dominates the north wall. The fireplace is large enough to roast a whole ox. The room is littered with broken containers and dishes, trash of an identifiable sort, and pieces of wooden tables, countertops, and the like. Several skeletons are visible, including one which appears to be that of an ogre. That's what you saw when you entered the room. And Roland Ravensblood,
I just thought they were dead.
just decided that he'd walk right in as you were sort of discussing the nature of this room. And he walked in, and a few of you went and explored over to the large hearth fireplace area. And just as he got nearby, this giant large green-scaled snake came leaping out at him, looking to bite him.
Against
And
all odds.
simultaneously, an ogre skeleton and a smaller other skeleton came alive on either side of him. And that is where we shall begin. Unless anybody has anything they need to add.
What's my side versus poison?
You haven't gotten hit yet. Oh, did I hit you? Did I?
No,
you weren't surprised. You re-rolled surprise, did we not?
No, we're not. I'm
No,
not
we haven't done
surprised.
anything yet.
No, I wasn't surprised. I'm pretty sure I wasn't surprised.
Children wasn't surprised. He charged across the room, jumped over the tables, and went to swoop for something.
That's right, I remember. All right, so yes, let us roll initiatives.
Declare.
Oh yes, declare. What's everybody doing? Obviously, Tucktrin and
Music's a bit
Roland.
loud.
It is a little loud, isn't it? Turn it down.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Roland and Tucktrin are going to be in the melee. What about JB?
I think that JB will keep his distance and focus on the snake. Those of us with blunt crushing weapons should go for the skeletons.
Good thinking.
We'll say that JB yells that out in battle. What about Tarkus?
Tarkus is... Oh. I'm unsure. I'm just looking through my spells to see if there's anything useful.
All right, we'll skip you
that
for...
I can spend. Yeah.
We'll skip you for now. What about you, David? What's Grey Ash going to do?
If I can fire cube them without hitting my teammates, I will.
Is it a 10 foot or 5 foot? 10 foot, isn't it? The blast
10 foot
radius?
cube. 10 foot cube. Yeah.
Yeah, 10-foot cube.
Yeah. No, there's really no way. The things in melee combat with
I'm doing Conan.
Mhm.
Like, grabbing
Then
each
I
by the neck.
will be using a scroll from my bag.
All right, how about Tarkus then, Luke?
I think at this time Arx is just going to charge in with his sword and slash at the snack.
I think that might be able to happen. So, 3 of you sort of trying to swell. We'll see.
If it's not possible, then
Yeah,
I'll
I'm thinking
take one of
because
the bony boys.
Okay. Do you want to go? Do you want to go after the big or the small one?
The big.
There we go. That's what I
Let's
like
not
to
mince
hear.
it.
Yes. All right. So, why don't you go ahead and roll us initiative then? Group initiative there, Luke.
For Roger Dodger.
You have a great reputation of poor rolls, so.
It's true, it does.
And he's rolling on a computer.
Yes.
Me and Luke don't mess about hardcore dice. Fucking, I'm telling you that.
I rolled a die just now.
You rolled 2 fucking 20s on me the other week and fucking killed me.
I know. Oh, brutal. That was brutal.
So, yeah. We have 6 guys. I go on 12.
Okay.
You go on
All right.
12.
So who goes on 7? 8.
I got on 10.
Was
7.
it, did you roll 6?
Roll the 6.
6, correct.
I got 7 then.
I go on a 10.
11.
All right. 7.
7. I reach into my bag, pull out a scroll. It bursts.
The suspense
Froze.
is killing
His hand
me.
just froze.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's
I
not
think
wait
Greyhawk
for it.
died.
All right. So that was at 7. Who's 8? 9? 10?
Me.
Go. The snake, as it's pushing its body out from the hearth, is moving slowly and hissing and moving around you, but you're able to get your sword out quickly.
I get my shield, like, to protect my neck area, and I'll try and get underneath it and hack into it with my blade. At 15, that's fucking mega minus AC. That is.
Yeah, that's going to be good enough.
That's AC minus 4 or 5. Something like that. The 8 plus 7.
Oh.
7 plus 6, 13.
Oof. Okay, yeah.
Also-
You cut
also,
across its green scales, spitting out blood in the gaping wound. Yeah, what's that?
I had a quick look on natural weapons, so I don't want to bother this flow of combat, but I found out natural weapons don't critical or fumble. So animals, claws and stuff don't critical hit you. Because they're natural weapons.
Nah, I said
Richard?
that they
Fair enough.
crit and fumble.
Yeah,
I don't care. It's fun. It's more fun that way.
Okay. So yeah, 13.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that's right.
Why? Worst timing.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, you're back. Go ahead, Greyhawk.
I casted Enlarge from a scroll on Targus. He has grown by 50%,
Oh, boy.
increasing the dice damage by
Oh, this
50%.
is- I'm walking around with strength. I've
Oh,
got strength
nice.
and enlarge.
He's gonna do
So
some,
what does this do
some
to
damage.
me?
Strength increases the die damage of your weapons by 50%, I believe. So if you roll like a
So-
Enlarge,
D6
you mean.
damage,
Enlarge
it's
does.
plus
Enlarge, yeah.
Enlarge does.
So it doesn't increase the magical bonuses, but it increases the weapon damage and strength, I believe. So it's like D6
I'm
plus
liking
3.
this.
50%. Round down.
Okay. That was
This is armor. Grow.
all of the possessions on his body, it grows. I think that's
Okay.
the logic of where the damage increases. That'd be funny though. Armor fires off across the room.
No.
You grow, your armor doesn't. You have to do a saving throw versus paralyzation.
None of your clothes do, so you just like rip out of your clothes.
I literally just hulk out.
The opposite of that as a mage, the opposite of that could be really defensive. You could
reduce is good. Half damage of enemies.
You could use your invisibility and then shrink and move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't break your invisibility either. All right, so that was 10, 11.
JB fires at the snake.
Okay, it is already in melee, so you must take a -4 if you would like to.
Do it, JB.
Yeah, why not?
Not hit your companions.
Well, that's a 20, so I think I'm gonna hit the thing.
All right.
Okay. And that's 5, 10 damage.
Okay. Yeah, your arrow pierces through it, coming all the way through, sort of sticking out going in one end, sticking out the other end. Okay. That was at what, 12? What was that at 12?
That was 11.
12. 13.
Yes.
13.
All right, it goes on
Tarkus on
13
12.
also.
Tarkus is on 12, right?
Yes.
Oh, Tarkus. Tarkus, go ahead on the ogre skeleton.
Okay, so I swing my bastard sword.
Best weapon.
12 with a Thaco of who bloody knows. I've got it written down. Thaco of 18, so
Every 3 levels.
4. 6?
I think
Yeah, 6. I can't math.
That's great. AC 6 is what it does. So you manage to crunch into its bones with your bastard sword. As you know from fighting skeletons before, it's not quite as effective as a weapon against skeletons as a bashing weapon. But nevertheless, go ahead and give me your damage.
Okay, so I need to remember all my bloody buttons now. Damage adjustment is +3.
You're strong right now.
I'm strong.
I am strong.
Is it considered large? Is it a 1d12 or a 1d8?
It is considered large, yes.
Oh,
1d12 it is.
Oh wow, that's good.
Should have rolled a d12 for damage. Roll a d8.
1 on the die, so that's 4 damage.
So,
Four.
so 6 damage then with strength.
1
with
on the die,
enlarge.
50% extra would be 1.5. Rounded down would still be 1, unfortunately.
You can't do less than 1. So it's a 1. You would get 1 benefit.
Yeah. So
Is it not?
it's a 4 total.
Okay.
I wish I knew it was large. Whatever.
You're
I
on
said
the
it was
snake, I'm on
an
the
ogre skeleton. An ogre skeleton. So it's large. But
Oh,
the snake,
yeah, not the snake. I'm
the
stupid.
snake is
Sorry.
normal size. The snake is normal size.
Sorry.
Well, it's medium. I mean, which is a huge fucking snake. But
Yeah,
it's also just considered medium size.
yeah, I get it.
All right, so that was on 12.
13.
13 is when Tuctrin
And
and the
else
snake
goes.
go. The snake is going to attack.
Oh, it rounds up. So it'd be two dice damage. Right.
It rounds up.
Oh, it runs up.
Yeah, it runs up, not down.
Okay.
Knock 1 extra off of it.
Sorry.
Sorry, thank you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. All right, go ahead and do your attack there, Tuctrin.
I did. I rolled a 14 on the die, so I hit AC -2.
All right, so the creature lunges out at Roland Ravensblood. Are you wielding your shield right now?
Yeah.
Oh, you just smash it away with your shield easily, setting up perfectly for Tuctrin. And you can go ahead and describe your kill if you like.
Yeah, it lunges out, and at the same moment, it looks like it's about to bite Roland. Roland pops the shield up, it smashes into the shield, and I cut its head off. Just like he
nice.
smashes it, I cut it down. It's like blam, like a combo,
What?
like a
All right.
like a WWF combo.
Hmm.
And then you guys give each other a high five. All right. Well,
Well, Well, hold on. A low 5, okay? A low 5.
Not too hot. So JB, do you want to do your second attack on one of the two skeletons? Oh, actually, I forgot to go attack with the skeletons. What am I doing? They're also well, the small skeleton's on 13. In fact, the small skeleton comes running up to you, JB. Oh, I think that's gonna hit you there. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a Sacco 19 AC 1.
That's gonna hit.
Right. Beware the foul rusted blade of the skeleton that does 6 points of damage.
Oh boy!
Wow.
That's max damage.
And then the monster again.
skeleton.
When I was petrified for an entire fight, I took 3 points of damage total.
Yeah.
That'll
Remember that,
happen.
JB.
The rusty blade of the giant of the ogre skeleton looms before you, Tarkus, as it takes a swipe down at you. That is a 12, and it is Thaco 15 AC 3.
It misses.
Ooh, all right. So Tarkus, you just deflected away. The big creature looming
That
over
shield
top.
comes in helpful.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, for sure. So that was now it's time for JB to do his second attack. Or wait, you're in melee now. How does that work?
I have no idea.
Has anybody got an idea?
What's happened?
Doesn't he lose?
Well, you mean that his second arrow? You mean because now?
Yeah, so he fired his first arrow,
right,
The
and
rules are
and he was not in melee. Then the skeleton got its turn and
right.
closed the distance on JB and is fighting him.
You can't shoot less than 6 foot.
right. So
Something's-
so he can shoot at like the big one that's not on him, but he can't shoot at the skeleton that's in his space, basically,
Yeah.
because there's a minimum distance.
All right.
Seems
And some
counterintuitive, but sure.
some gems are cruel and rule that you can't fire a bow at all if you're engaged in hand to hand.
Right. Well, depending on what book you look at,
shit.
like it'll tell you
Yeah.
like a longbow has a range of like 6 to 150. So like
That's
anything
it, yeah.
before 6, you can't shoot it.
There is and I believe that there's like in maybe skills and or what is it? Skills and
Combat
powers
tactics?
or combat tactics. There's the point blank specialist thing or something.
Right.
That might even be in the fighter's handbook, where they are allowed to actually fight. It specifically breaks the rule. Like that's the thing that you fight.
That, other than the sword of quickness, the fastest orders are sword of quickness and then guy with a bow already.
Scimitar
That's-
speed.
Also, sometimes speed, yeah. So that kind of thing.
All right. Anyway, JB, would you like to take a fire a shot at the big skeleton, or
Yeah.
are you just gonna
We'll fire-
run and hide?
No, we'll fire. We don't hide. We'll fire at the big skeleton. Probably
Okay.
should hide more often than we do.
So that's -4 to hits on that one.
Okay, that's gonna be 16. So 12. I hit an AC of 5.
On the big skeleton, yeah, that'll hit it.
All right. Whew.
I expect him
Roland
to take a
dice.
shot in the back.
And that's 8 damage.
Go on.
Decent damage today.
Yeah.
4 true. then.
The night is young.
Yeah, rolling decent damage so far.
All right, so the skeletons continue to lumber about, strange in their silence as you're fighting them. They're relentless. So let's go ahead and go back to the top of the round.
Was there anything close enough for me to get my second attack?
Yeah, you could the monster skeleton.
Okay, yeah, I would like to do that.
Yeah, for sure. It's right next to you. I mean, you and Tarkus are basically side by side on one side, and Roland is on the other side, basically.
I don't think I hit it, actually. Let's see. 7 plus 4. Oh, it's undead. I get +2. So hold on. 7, 8, 9, 13. AC 3.
Come on now. You know you hit that
Absolutely slapped it.
thing.
I don't know what
You're
its
gonna-
AC is.
This is with your axe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna have to swap out, I know, but that would be 9 damage.
Right. Again, you're all of you are hacking at it, and its pieces are bone are flying off here and there. But of course,
Right.
skeleton is strongest against blades that slice and arrows that pierce. All right, so that takes us to the end of the round, and let's go back to declarations here. There's just these two creatures now.
Mhm.
I'm weapon swapping to my chain flail
Okay, and
and
then
then attacking the large skeleton.
All right, what about JB?
Weapon swapping to daggers, attacking the normal size skeleton.
Roland Raven's blood.
I look around and then go, oh, and charge over with my shield and smack my shield into the one on JB. Well, I attack it, but that's my descriptive attack.
Mm-hmm. And Tarkus.
I continue the onslaught with my sword.
The onslaught continues. All right, and then finally, Greyash.
I'm gonna close the door behind me and do a cold shot to sling if I can. Also do that. I don't know if both directions.
You can do that. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So, David, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative for us since I last spoke with you?
As a 6.
Another 6. Okay. 7. 8.
JB goes on 8.
All right. Go ahead, JB.
I will never remember this. Do I get both attacks now, or
Yeah, if
Do
you
I
have
do
one in
one
each hand, either both.
Yeah.
You get both now.
cool?
Daggers are quick, man.
All right, that is a 14 and a 13. I'm going to hit an AC of 3 and an AC of 4.
Yeah, you're good.
Awesome.
Take a stab.
Shiny silver is going to be my +1, so that's going to be 8 damage total.
All right. Yeah, you easily dispatch the skeleton. The normal meager skeleton falls before your daggers. That was
What you get?
8, 9.
Oh, hang on. What did we roll? 6?
Yeah,
10. I'm on.
10. Let's go. The monster skeleton goes this round.
What
No, what am I
do I
talking about?
see?
This monster skeleton goes at 13. What am I thinking?
So what do I see? The normal
Oh
one
yeah,
goes
so
down.
you've seen that JB has crushed down the small skeleton that he was fighting. The only one remains, the one that Tarkus is standing toe to toe with. In fact, the giant ogre actually is shorter, smaller, although broader than Tarkus is now, with his enlarged form and his enhanced strength.
I roll across the ground, even though I'm in plate mail, and smack it in the fucking ankle.
Boom! But a good
D20.
smack.
Oh, 6 plus 5, 11. 11 from 16, 5 armor class.
That's good enough. Yeah, AC 6. So you are you smashing with your shield? Is that right? Shield bash?
Just descriptively.
Oh,
Not
okay.
really. Yeah. And it's a D. Is it large or small?
Large.
Roll a D12 for me.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, GM. Roll a D12. And adds 7. I'll go and find my D12 because I've lost it.
In spite of the fact that Roland is wielding a bladed weapon, it's clear as he crushes into the creature's sternum and several ribs go snapping that he made a strong blow against the foul creature.
I'd like to take Greyash's D12. That was a good roll.
That's actually a nice die too.
It is.
All right, so that was at
When's my second attack? Oh no, it's a new creature, isn't it? Sorry.
10, 11, 12.
Well,
Yes.
Dispatch. Make
you
your
go
attacks, you
through.
guys.
Tuktrin,
you're at 11, right, Tarkus?
I'm at 12.
Okay, I'm also at 12.
Both
Go
of
ahead,
you just
go
roll
first.
your attacks. Just both roll your attacks.
GM.
Let's keep it moving. You're both attacking
James, like-
simultaneously, so go ahead and roll your attacks.
AC
5.
4.
The two of you
Yeah.
give each other. You spin it around and go back to back fighting this creature as tag team champion partners. And you both manage to crush into the thing. Go ahead and give me your damage. And I know that Tuctrin is full damage on this one.
6 plus 6, that's 12 damage.
And I did 11 damage. And it needs a dexterity check.
No, it doesn't. Because it collapses to the ground under the tag team partners of Tarkus Morningstar and Tuctrin Beauregard.
Nice one.
And the
Time
bones
for another low
collapse to
five.
the ground.
Nice.
And all goes once more quiet as it was before.
All right. Look around quickly. Make sure nothing else is stirring. Because I don't trust it.
I crush its skull under my foot.
I
go
check
out
out
and
my new abs.
You feel they look 50% bigger. Exactly 50% bigger. So the snake lies dead. The room now lies quiet.
Well thought.
There are
companions.
there are 3. Wait a second here. Is that right? Look at the map here. There are 3 total doors, 2 additional doors which you haven't yet to explore. One to the east, one to the west, one to the south.
And let's go west.
What's up the fireplace?
You go searching around, putting your hand and shit in there?
Well, no. Like, I go over with a torch and stick a torch up first and go. That's what I was doing originally.
Sentry by the door we entered through.
Because I wonder where this oven thing goes or what it is.
All right, so you put your torch under there, and as you put your torch under there, like it kind of bunks into something, and then out falls a smallish leather sack, and the satisfying sound of coins rings in your ears as it falls to the ground.
Wow, look at the Hessian sack. Look at the Hessian sack.
Yeah, you look inside.
Satchel.
It's gold inside, gold coins.
Dibs.
What you will eventually determine is 84 gold pieces.
Throw it over to the kitty, whoever the kitty is.
I think
Here,
it's
I'll
Grey
watch
Ash
that
at
for
this
you.
point.
Nothing else in the room, Rob?
Yeah, so looking around, there all the debris is just waste. You do find that there is a short sword that you find lying about the detritus of this room, and it's usable. It's a usable short sword. It doesn't look to be of any particularly good quality. Tuctrin takes a look at it, and it's not a nice enough weapon to hold any sort of enchantment.
Mhm.
It's just a serviceable.
Well, I've got
sword.
all blades. I've got all blades. I can use any blade, so I'll just stash it as a reserve weapon, just in case.
Yeah.
So I gave my dagger away and stuff. My 2 daggers away to the fucking people, didn't I? They were leaving.
The refugees or whatever the thing, the
Prisoners of
captives.
war.
Yeah,
Hostages.
hostages probably more than anything, or really slaves, for being
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad, that is.
Yeah.
Grey Ash.
All right.
How long am I going to be having trouble getting through doorways?
Unless, of course, anybody else wants the short sword. I'm only just taking it as a reserve weapon.
No, I can't use it. Don't need it.
Tuctrin pulling open the western door when it feels safe. You look through and see that within was crockery storage, and it's just all smashed up to bits.
Jewish wedding?
They changed. Funny. They changed Roll20. It looks different.
Yeah,
They
beta.
did a really big update
Yeah.
to it, added a bunch of features, and tried to streamline the interface a little bit. I think they're trying to get caught up, but
It
Yeah,
feels
well,
a little bit smoother
at-
than it used to, but it's still not
does it?
perfect.
For me, it's actually moving way slower.
it's
Oh, is
smoother
it?
for me.
I don't know what to say.
Hardware acceleration, maybe.
Could be.
I have it disabled by default because I use a streaming system. I can't watch movies and stuff if I have hardware acceleration.
Yeah. All right. So the similarly, the room to the south once contained foodstuffs, but it's all old, broken, long ago, rotted away. The chamber appears to be empty, except for, what you've already discovered. All 3 chambers.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Then let's continue on. There's nothing here for
I'll
us.
I'll open this door that I'm guarding and peer out into the hallway.
All right.
Is it still
See.
clear?
That's a good question. Let's cross our fingers that it's not.
Mhm. Roll for slime.
No, you look out, and again, still the passageway remains dark because that creature seemed to have put out and even taken the torches which were in the sconces.
So I can't even see. So I'm just gonna sideways step through the door, crouched, so that I can actually fit. And stand in the hallway and wait for everybody else.
So once
Yeah.
he does that, I'll come up behind him and look, and I'll get into the hallway and take a look. And since there's no light in the hallway, do I see anything with my infravision?
No, you can see distantly. Do you have 100? Are you a mountain dwarf or a hill dwarf?
I am a mountain
You're
dwarf.
a mountain dwarf, right? Do you have like 120-foot infravision? Is that right? Or is it still 60?
I want to say it's 60. I think. I don't remember off the top of my head.
It
so
really
let's just
doesn't
say
matter.
60. Let's
You
just
don't
say
see
60.
anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't see anything. It just looks like normal. Like, I mean, it looks the same as it did before. And again, just to reemphasize, it seemed as though that whatever that thing was that was moving through the passageway seems to have picked up pretty much any and all debris, cleaning the passageway in a way.
Oh,
Great. That's one happy cube.
lead the way, Tukdran. I'll follow the sound of your armor,
Mhm.
which is easy to do because I've got blind fighting.
There you go.
Tukdran, Tarkus.
I will-
So I'll
Let's just-
continue down the hallway until that first door here.
Right. So you pass.
Yeah.
You go down. For those, of course,
Yep.
who might be watching and listening, can't hear this. The passageway. You move about 30 feet down the passageway, and the passageway is 10 feet wide. Again, 17-foot ceilings that are in sort of an arched, pointed arch. What is that called? Pointed arch.
Apex.
Apex, yeah, apex arch there. So like it's got this sort of strange cavernous feel. But you move down the passageway, and about 30 feet down, 35 feet, you reach a door that's on your left side, which is in the eastern wall. Of course, another 5 or 10 feet ahead, passageway goes to your right, which will lead back to the chamber with all the skeletons. And then a few feet up from that is another door to your right, which would lead you back to where the ghosts, the ghouls and goblins were, or the ghouls and ghast were that you fought earlier. So this door that you stand in front of is one of the places which you have yet to explore.
So I kind of wait for everybody to catch up, and then I say, continue down the hallway to the split, one of the splits in the hall, or do we just go through the door?
I say
the
do the door
consensus?
first. I say
Okay.
door 1st.
Mhm.
All right.
And then I suggest something.
JB, would you like to listen at the door? See if you can ascertain what's behind the door?
Sure.
I'll stand around guarding, looking.
Let's see.
Mhm.
I suggest fellows.
My
But
detect
after
noise
we,
percentage is 55. Robert, am I rolling that or are you rolling
I'll
that?
roll it. Yeah, I'll roll it.
Okay.
So you go
55%.
and you listen at the door, and let's see here. So you put your you finally get everybody to sort of stop moving around and kind of quiet down.
I'm trying to keep still. Sorry.
And you listen very, very carefully, and everything kind of goes quiet. And sure enough, it seems that there's just silence beyond the door.
There's nothing there that I can hear. Either it's clear or they're waiting for us.
I raise an eyebrow.
Well,
Shall I go in?
all right. Does anybody have a light source? Or are you going to go in dark?
Torch.
Okay. All right. So let's throw the door open and then get ready for a fight.
Is it so? Are you using? Do you have a light source? Or I'm sorry, I missed that part. I was looking at this.
So Roland has come up to the door and lit a torch, I think.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna let my eyes adjust to the torch, to the light, because infravision is gone.
Yep.
Yep.
I put my shield. But haven't we got a lantern or a gem that we just keep out all the while for light?
Yeah, I mean, we have the continual light stones if you want to use them.
Well, just put one of them.
You just said you had a torch, so
I have for the purposes of like burning things from the last room. But I don't.
For the purposes of burning.
Burning. Yes, exactly. But I'm gonna have a shield and an axe and be ready to repel hostilities.
Another thing I suggest, my good fellows, is we've probably attracted a lot of attention to this section of the dungeon. I suggest after this room, we relocate rapidly, i.e. go completely to the south and right, so that any forces moving towards us from other sections of the dungeon, we can, you know what I mean?
Because they won't hear us at all moving around in this extremely echoey hallway.
Yeah, I forgot how loud this place was. Yeah,
that's different to having wiped out loads of fucking things in a room, but it's up to the players. But I suggest we like after we've done a little bit more here, that we go over to an easy access section of the dungeon, like maybe over on the far right.
Yeah.
Check that for a bit. Happy though. I go into the room with the light then.
Yeah. So as the light penetrates deeper into the chamber, you're able to see
alleyways.
That this angled passageway leads to yet another door. A wooden door. A found wooden door there at the end of the hallway.
I don't fancy it.
I don't like this hallway.
No. Let's go back. I don't like the look of that at all. Honestly, I don't. Let's go back. Let's go back. How do you ping? There,
with the little arrow at the top. Okay, you head back down the passageway. You're like, no, I don't like this passageway. Okay.
That's my suggestion, to go there.
The brave heroes turn around and go back.
I'll have my wand out ready.
That reeks a trap, that does. Fucking trap master.
Like I'm looking down there, I'm having flashbacks to the moat house, and like I'm pretty sure like we almost died in a hole exactly similar to that. It's like, fuck that shit.
Grey Ash is shaking fear as he pulls forth his wand.
Grey Ash has PTSD.
He totally does.
Really do.
All right, so you move down the passageway, and as you do, you kind of come to this area that you've observed from distantly before, but a little bit further down the passageway, past the door which leads to the Ghasts and Ghouls area on your right side, the western wall, another 20 or so feet is a passageway, a hallway that heads about 20 feet down and then turns up to the north, as you're able to see by peering down.
Fuck it, that's a warren.
It definitely appears as though, it's like it's the same crafted Everything looks normal, just as it has before.
Yeah, I'll continue around the corner and take a look.
Looking around the corner, you can see that the strange design of the temple continues to offer odd angles, twists and turns, zigzagging passageways, and this is more of the
It
same.
does
Fuck.
this.
Fuck that. Man, this place, I do not like it. Above, in the main temple section, there were things drawn there.
So essentially, the passage turns left, then turns right, then turns left again, and continues to the north. That's as far as you can see, sort of from where you are right now.
Yeah, I'll creep up to the next corner, to the next bend.
We're totally just going to the same
Wow.
place, aren't we?
The dwarf's really keen today, so I keep up with him.
I'll follow the dwarf. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take up the rear with my invisible hood up and guard our flank.
But I still think we should move down over there.
What is that?
Oh no.
So, looking up ahead, as you're kind of like doing this little skirting around here, you can look up ahead and you can see that it does appear to open up into a room, and in the room beyond, just off the edge of your light, that's kind of like finding its ways around the corners and stuff like that. You can see that light seems to be bouncing off of more bits and pieces of bones and skeletal remains.
Well, I think we have come across a den of some sort. So I'm going to stop. I know our light sources are still out, so not trying to be like, oh, they don't know we're here. They obviously, whatever's here probably knows we're here. But I'm going to try to stop and just listen once everybody kind of stops. Do I hear bones dragging? Do I hear a slime sloshing across the floor? Do I hear mumblings, labored breathing, anything like that? Dragons roaring, chanting of cultists.
Neither of the two latter options, but you do spend some time to just kind of hone in and listen, really focus in, let things quiet down, and as everybody gets an opportunity then to kind of listen, and there is just sort of these kind of eerie echoes and the sounds of distant winds moving through corridors that it could be wind or it could be howls or the distant chitter of creatures mundane like bats and rats, and then things perhaps darker and more disturbing.
Wow. The architecture's designed to do that, isn't it? Move air, fool us, make sounds.
So what I'm going to do, Rob, is right here at the corner, right there.
I'm not seeing a ping.
I'm trying to do it, but let's see. Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. And I'm going to peer around the corner, but I specifically, yes, I want to look around the corner, but I want to look up.
With the ceiling, right? Okay.
Yeah, I want to see what is up above us.
If we're near the well.
I extinguished my torch and switched back to shield while Tutron's doing that.
So you're using the coin right now?
Yeah.
Light?
I've only got so much fuel on the torch, so I'll just put it out. If you've got normal light, I'll switch back to my shield and sword and watch Tutron what he's doing in the rest of the party.
Hold on, I almost got this. It's kind of a weird shape, so I have to draw all around it.
Oh,
what the
what the fuck is that?
All right, so For at least, okay, I'll give you the description of the top here in just a second, the roof area.
Okay.
It says for at least 100 feet of its length, this 20-foot wide corridor is covered with bones. Skeletons of humans and humanoids are mixed in a terrible jumble. Many skulls and loose bones seem gnawed. The complete skeletons, though, still wear sundered armor, dented caps, or sprawl by broken shields. Bent and broken weapons likewise testify to a great melee having taken place here. 102, perhaps more, all met death here. Further progress along the corridor requires carefully picking a path between these grim remains of the temple hordes. Nothing of value is discernible.
I don't
So the
fancy that.
passageway heads to the north at a sort of steep angle, similar to the other angled passageways that you've seen elsewhere here in the temple. You can see just a bit into it as it goes on, and you can see that, you'd have to kind of
Does
creep up
anybody
a little
have any
further.
oil or anything? We
Yes.
could just throw an oil bomb in there and let everything in there burn as we walk on by. Come back and check it out later.
I do have an
the,
oil.
the
but
large
I don't want to
20
use
foot
it.
wide, the large 20-foot wide passageway, which I just described, it continues beyond the edge of your point of continual light. So you can see that it exists there, but it continues beyond the point of continual light. However, to the south, which you can actually see, there's a wide passageway, about 20-foot wide passageway from kind of the edge of your point of continual light that goes to the south. Interestingly, there seems to be light emerging from there. You can actually, perhaps it's torchlit. In fact, you can kind of see that flickering flame of light that, it spreads into the main room just a little bit, just kind of like a little bit of an edge of warm glow, that kind of tells you that there is torchlight or some sort of hearth or something, firelight to the south in that large passageway.
I feel that to the south, down there, will be a chamber of some description.
Circle around.
And that may be the core that we need to deal with to stop all of this chaos that's happening on this floor.
It's entirely possible.
I think
this is the largest of the corridors we've found so far, and with the amount of death, this seems like this may be a place for evil to consolidate its power.
Exactly.
Very true.
But I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
I stand by my previous statement.
I'm by no means saying that we should proceed from the north here and head down into there. But we could get better eyes on it if we looped around to the south. Just saying.
Yes, I am not saying that I wish to avoid it entirely. I am saying we should avoid it for now. Maybe see what it's, yes, as you say.
If we could approach this from a different angle and not have to go through this graveyard, that would be preferable. But I would not like to explore too much more because the trouble is going to drain our resources.
True.
I still say we
go
go
very
there.
fresh today.
If we're going to take on the central chamber of this place, we're all fresh and can do it now, rather than continuing exploration and having to take more time to rest and recuperate.
I would explore the entire thing, top to bottom.
Oh, we know.
All evil in this place should be destroyed.
Hey.
Yeah. Let's circle around from the south. Let's not enter this way, if we can.
We can attempt to see if we can loop around from the south. If we can, that would be preferable. If we cannot, then we'll just have to find another way through.
I would go all the way around and see if you can hit it from the east.
Or we can hit it from the east or the west if my recollection of the map is, or the area is correct. There is a chamber just to the south of this that will give us access as well.
I am willing to look there. I am willing to look there.
Well, then let's go.
If you want to.
Let's waste no
Keep an eye
time.
out for the slime.
Very well. I backstep, look around.
All right.
I'll start marching cautious right, advancing to the ping there, which I think that's where the party want to go. So that's where I head to.
Yeah, I go do it.
And keep an eye out for the blob, obviously.
Yeah, blob spy.
Okay, so you head down to that sort of middle chamber. So you head further down to the south for those who can't see the map here. If you're playing at home along at home, you go back to the main hallway, continue down another 30 feet, coming to a 4-way passageway, a crossroads of sorts. To the west are the chambers with the ghouls and gas that you fought before. To the south is where you originally entered, and if you continue all the way to the south, you'll find some ruined storage areas. There's also a bit of unknown to the south in some areas. To the east, however, is a chamber that you have yet to explore, and that is where you stand right now. The coin of continual light reaches how far?
It's huge, isn't it? It's 100 foot or something stupid.
I
don't know.
From the middle as a radius, I think.
Yeah.
No, from where it is. So either side of us, there's quite a section of light.
Level 3. Let's see. Why in the world am I on?
Whoa. I am seeing a huge radius.
Continual light, 60-foot radius.
Sorry, 60 foot. That's more like it, ain't it?
Jesus Christ.
What a guess. What a guess. That's fucking brilliant, that was.
I don't even know how you're doing that right now, but that's pretty amazing.
It's just the ruler, one of the ruler options.
All right, so you can see down the passageway now.
He is the wizard.
True enough. You can see that the passage goes from about 60 feet from where you are and dead ends. Well, it ends and turns to the left. But again, about halfway down the passage, there's another turn to the right. Both of the passages, the turning passages, are 10 feet wide and have that same similar arched look to them with the, what'd you call it? Pinnacle? What was it?
Apex.
Apex, yeah.
Apex.
I think it's called an apex. The point where he has the highest height.
Who knows? Maybe.
I say we go right first.
The 10-foot wide corridors have Gothic arches peaking at about 17-foot height.
Wow. Anything could be behind one of them fucking arches.
The 20-foot and 30-foot passages and spaces have Roman arches, each about 30 feet tall.
Fucking hell! 30 feet! 30 feet tall?
Yeah,
That's
so
like
that passageway that heads,
house.
that passage that heads to that passage that with all the undead in it, then 20 feet wide. So that's like a 30-foot at its peak.
Nuts. It's a massive room.
Yeah, because people hear numbers and they don't really think. So yeah,
insane, dude. That's so big. Could you imagine this
it's
place?
big.
Holy crap!
It's huge. It's huge. How did they fucking build it? They must have used demons and shit. Right. Okay. South, is it Tuctran, Tarkus, Greyhawk, JB?
If we're heading towards the other room, north would be the way.
We certainly don't want anything coming behind us.
This is true.
Move the little man
the rear,
forward.
then, if you're so scared today, Roland.
Moving across the
This
passageway,
place is hell.
discussing what you'd like to do.
I
You
smirk.
manage to peek around the passageway which heads to the south. It's a fairly short passage, just dead-ending 20 feet deep, but there is a door on the left and right, the east and west walls.
I suggest we do the door on the west wall.
Let's
It's
do it.
most likely
West
going to
wall?
be a dead end. We can at least eliminate that as a place to do, a place to go.
We'll stay here.
Hmm.
You creep down there and have a spy.
All right. I'm going to listen at the door for anything behind it.
So we're all back at the junction.
The solid. You put your ear to the solid hornwood door and you listen carefully. Nothing. There's no sounds from the other side of the door, but then again, it is a pretty thick door.
Hmm.
Oh, we got some
Hang on a
pretty
minute.
thick
Hang
enemies
on a
here.
minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. No. Let's think about this a second. What's the last place we saw a thick door? Prisoners.
But is this door like padlocked
Same.
from the
It's
outside?
no. It looks the same as the other doors. I don't want to like overemphasize it, but all the doors are pretty thick and solid and rugged. You know.
So are the
Hmm.
enemies.
Yeah.
Let me quickly check something. I will cast from. Do I have that? Actually, never mind. Oh, no, I do. I cast detect magic, and I want to look through this door into this room, then come down and then look through these two doors to see if any of these three rooms have obvious magical stuff inside them. Because I think they can see through a thickness of wood.
You know, I'm an idiot here because I have like completely been failing to note the door that's on the north wall.
Yeah, I'm also. Is something meant to jump out of
Oh,
that?
I saw it.
I don't know why I didn't say anything about it. I for some reason I did not mention it. There's also a door on the north wall, so you're kind of looking in that general direction.
Yes, as long as the wood isn't more than a yard thick, which would be insane, I can
3 feet.
detect magic through these doors.
3 feet to the yard.
Yeah, so that would be.
So what are you doing? Detecting magic?
I'm detecting magic, a path 10 feet wide and 60 foot long. So I'll do like 10 foot. That's like.
Can you wait
But,
a
like,
second
look
though?
through-
Can you detect magic through walls like that?
Through a door, yeah, through wooden doors and
Okay.
through.
I don't know. I've never known that before.
Some-
That's an interesting.
Yeah,
If
it's
the
in
door-
the
if the
spell
wood is
description.
Yeah, 1
Wiki.
foot of stone wall. If the wall is less than 1 foot thick, I can see through it. If it's wood, I can see through a yard of wood.
Okay, it's definitely not a yard thick.
So I look like through this
That's
door
right.
and then like through these two doors.
Okay, yeah. All right. So, what are the rest of you
Just
doing
looking
while
for
he's doing
magic.
this?
I'm watching the mage.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
waiting. I'm
JB.
like, I want to go in there.
Very well.
I'm
Wait for
seeing if
trouble
there's
to
any
start.
magical
Do your thing. Do your
magic
thing.
in these rooms. Do I see anything, Rob?
I'm
And
about to tell you,
have,
but
like
I'm
look
trying.
through three different rooms
No,
of descriptions and stuff.
No. Actually, none of that. That's all fine. I am just waiting to get what everybody else is doing. What's
Okay.
Tuctrin? What's Tarkus? What's Tuctrin and Tarkus do? JB is waiting to go in.
Okay, so what I'm doing
Roland
is
watching the mage.
I'm going to be right here, making sure that slime or nothing else is sneaking up on us while he's doing his magic thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to be stood on the east, just watching, waiting for trouble to start.
Yeah. Roland just sees my eyes like glowing like a magical blue glow while the effect's active. It's pretty cool.
Oh, you look through the door, through the various doors, looking through your pieces of magic. So you start at the door on the north wall.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't
On this
detect
one.
any magic looking through there.
Mhm. Then I do these two.
Okay, then you come down here. So you're down there. You're down in between those two doors, like looking through them. Magic
Mhm.
with magic. And where's the rest of you?
Well, if Tuctrin's got the north section of the passageway, I escort the mage. I stand close to the mage with my shield.
There's nothing in magic in the room to the north.
You do see me glowing a
At
bit.
least that I can see.
Yeah, I mean, you would see your companions glowing. Yeah.
And my sword and my shield.
Yeah, everyone's glowing.
The orbs in my backpack. What does that look like?
But it's in the lead box, so don't think I'd see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's crafty.
Think about that. We need to get that new box. That's also lead.
Okay.
Anything in there?
All right. So as you're saying that, and you're all kind of looking around the area. Now, who is in that hallway area right now?
Oh God!
Which hallway? The north or the south?
Not the hallway where Grey Ash is by the doors.
Oh, that's where
I'm right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm around here, I suppose.
My detect noise detects music changes.
All right, so
watch out for jazz.
You're kind of all doing your various things, and as you are emerging from around the corner at the very end of the hallway are 3 of these jackal-headed beasts that you fought so many times before, and they come around the corner and throw spears down the hallway.
Oh, wow.
Ambushing you. And there are 3 of them, and there are 3 of you in the hallway, so 1 will just come at each of you just for simplicity's sake. 14. So that is in that hallway.
From that direction.
Tuctrin, Roland, and Tarkus. Is that right?
I'm with Grey Ash.
Okay, you're with Grey Ash. Okay.
I did say I follow him down.
Yeah, you did. You did. You're right. So I'm just trying to
shirt, by the way, Rob.
Thank you. All right. So these spears go flying down the hallway. What's your AC, Tarkus? You're in the hallway, right?
Yes. My AC is 2.
Okay. One of them goes just sort of flying down the hall. One of them bounces off of Tuctrin's stout armor. The third spear, however, digs deep into Tarkus's body.
Oof.
For 4 points of damage. We'll say it's a glancing blow, actually, given your hit points. But nevertheless, a spear does stab into you, and you can hear that these creatures are like barking and yapping and yelping, and it's causing this sort of echoing all through the passageways. All right, so let's go ahead and
Yeoman.
Everybody roll a d10 for surprise.
Yeoman spoke of this.
All of us, or just those 3?
Oh, I rolled a 10.
Everybody.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Just tell me if you roll a 1, a 2, or 3.
I rolled a 9, so we're probably in the same boat. Good or bad.
3.
I saw them coming because I had my divination.
Does Greyhawk have a dexterity bonus?
No.
Okay, so you are surprised. What about Roland? I don't hear Chris. You're muted,
buddy. Just rolled in the dice chat. He rolled a 6.
Okay, so he's fine.
Sorry, my mouse.
No, you're fine. And I'm sorry, Luke. What did you roll for Tarkus?
I rolled a 10.
Oh, you're great then. Fine. Okay,
I saw it coming last week.
Yeah, Grey Ash is. I mean, actually, kind of probably makes the most narrative sense anyway. Grey Ash is paying attention to his spell and doesn't seem to notice what's happening here as the gnolls come rushing. He's like, "Oh, the rest of you are spring in action. Let's go ahead and everybody. Let's go do declarations here. We're going to start with Tuctrin and Tarkus, who are out there in the hallway. I think JB is kind of on the edge, but Tuktrin, Tarkus, the two of you see these creatures. They just threw these things at you. JB, Roland, you hear the familiar sound of gnolls, some of the vile creatures, the evil humanoid creatures that populate the dungeons and caves below.
Battling.
Oith. All right, so are you rushing to attack? Who's doing what? We'll start with you, Tuktrin Boulderguard.
How far away from us are they? So basically,
they're near the end of the hallway.
Right. So I won't be able to run up to them and attack them because they're too far away.
Other side.
Oh, they're on this side?
Over here, so they're on my nose.
Okay, so they're right on top of Tarkus. So
is that where Tarkus is? Right there?
Yeah, because I'm on the other side.
Do you have? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm right.
Do you still have the coin of continual light going?
Yeah,
I
do.
Blind. Okay.
So the gnolls are about 25 feet from where Tarkus is.
Okay. So
don't forget, in AD&D movement is like 100 foot in one go.
Yeah, it's never going to be 120 feet for most, 60 feet even for dwarves. So
So they always close.
Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna look at Tarkus, and because we're the only. Who else is in the hallway? Me, Tarkus, and who? Just me and Tarkus.
JB, so, I think JB is in the middle zone, sort of, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Isn't he lurking with his cloak up?
Yeah.
So really, two options: either duck into the hallway where Roland and Grey Ash are at, so they can't keep throwing spears at us, or just rush into them. If I can get to them, I'll rush into them with Tarkus.
Just get shoulder to shoulder with me, and we're solid.
Yeah. I'll just run up and start hacking.
All right, awesome.
I run past the opening, and I'm like, Knowles, and just keep it moving. Just keep it moving.
All right. So then, what's JB gonna do?
Well, we're far enough away. I assume I can peek my head around the corner and fire an arrow.
Yeah. Well, you can't exactly peek your head around the corner, but yeah, you can go around the edge of the corner and fire arrows at them.
Yeah, we're gonna step out and fire.
And then what about Roland, Chris?
I'm unsure what to do here. Has Grey Ash declared yet?
Grey Ash is surprised.
Oh, fuck. I'll stand guard on him.
Okay.
Tarkus,
I assume you're fighting gnolls?
Shake him.
Yeah,
shaking him.
I'm going to carve down the first one that gets to me. It's dead.
Look, I go, Grey Ash! Grey Ash! And I shake him by the shoulder. That's my action. And if anything comes around the corner, I'll fucking fight it.
All right, Chris, go ahead and roll a 10 then for the base initiative.
I'm in the shed at the moment, so I'm just going to roll on the Deus Ex.
You're in the shed, nice.
Well, I'm in my annex.
I am monitoring.
9.
Oh, he rolled a 9. I will go next week, guys.
Sorry.
It's good. 15 for Tarkus.
13 for me.
I completely zoned. What do we roll for initiative?
You rolled a 10. You got a 10.
Rolled a 9.
All right, so 15.
A 9.
Not a 10.
14 for me.
Okay. What about Tuktrin?
I'm going to go on a 16.
All right, so you're not surprised, but it takes you a second to kind of gather your wits and get yourself ready. The gnolls down at the end of the hallway draw forth morning stars, interestingly enough, and begin to step towards you, looking to take the battle to you. Those three rushing down the hallway at you. Simultaneously, the door to the north that is now behind you opens up, and several gnolls come rushing out, weapons in hand, completely ready for combat, as though they were prepared for this moment. So let's see here. Disappear. So they come rushing. There are gnolls going rushing from the east one and rushing from the west, sort of pinching you. There are 4 coming from essentially what is behind where you came from before, and 3 on the front. The 4 that are coming from behind, yeah, like I said, they have weapons in hand, so they're coming running around, and they run around the edge towards Roland and Greyash.
Love it. I go, I turn my shield and like fucking put my body in front of the mage.
And kind of JB, actually. JB's there as well. So, all right. So
I keep imagining JB's like a fucking predator. The wall and I hardly see him. You see? So,
well, he does have a cloak on that makes him semi-invisible. A lot.
Could he shank them as they come around the corner? Like, can he backstab? Could he go if he wanted to?
There's a chance he could do that. Yes, he could do that. Potentially.
Opportunity to backstab, brother.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah, he doesn't. You actually don't see him, Roland.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right. So
can I switch my action then to try to backstab as they come rushing?
Well, you can, but you guys aren't going first. So the 3 gnolls on the other side rush up to meet Tuktrin and Tarkus, who are coming at them as well, and it becomes a sort of whole melee. Now, the first 2, they're not as proficient at fighting as the rest of you, so the two of you are fighting them off. But the third one does bring in a slicing blow at. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so at Tarkus, unfortunately, and that's AC 0, which I know does hit you.
Oh yes, that hurts.
All right.
Ow.
4 points of damage as you get smacked with a Morning Star.
Oof.
The other 2 attacks are ineffective. Then these 4 gnolls go rushing down the hallway, and I'm going to say, Roland, you're defending Greyash, so 3 of them come rushing. You're able to take
literally. I push him into the corner while he's surprised, right into the corner, and stand so they can't hit him.
Okay, so you're gonna get. I'll let you do that if you're okay with 4 of these guys coming at you.
Yeah, I'm willing to take whatever. Like, yeah, AC modifier minus. Or,
okay. Yes, Greyash's eyes are glowing with blue magical energy behind you, and then these 4 come out. Oh, that first one's a pretty good one. Let's see here. Your AC is like -2 though, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I'm defending, so it might be lower, mightn't it? It might be. I'm actively defending the mage rather than myself.
We forgot to look that up.
So I just take 4 off my armor class. Or something, or what?
That's not how it works, though. We have to figure out the details of it. I mean, I'm not going to give you a penalty here. I think it's okay. I mean, I don't think you're doing it. I think you did a fine tactical thing. Doesn't need to be a penalty associated with it. But AC 1.
Now, ping. Off my shield.
They have to roll a nat 20 to hit you. So you're standing there, kind of tanking for Greyash, deflecting every blow that's coming your way, jumping back and forth. And Greyash is like, "Oh, all right." So that does it for them. So let's go ahead and start at 9, 10, 11.
I can try to backstab at 11.
No, because your original declaration was for your bow, so your initiative restarts at 14, and then you add whatever your initiative modifier is onto that when you're changing your action.
Okay.
So 14 is your 2. Is it a 2? Is that what your speed factor is with your daggers?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll go on 16 then. So first up is Roland. You've got 4 in front of you. 4 of these gnolls yapping and biting at you as they swing swords.
I shout in orc at them, "Fuck off and die."
And it sounds like vile vile profanity just coming out of your mouth, even for those who don't understand the words.
D20. 12 plus 5, 17.
Yeah, that's good
Minus
enough.
2.
Come on, you know that's fine.
Nice. Are they large? They're large, Knowles.
Yeah, they're not large. They're normal. Oh, they are large. You're right. Large.
Yeah.
7.5 feet tall. Shit. They should do more damage.
Right.
Nah.
6 plus 7, 13.
All right. Yeah, you chop one down. You just bring it down with your sword. One falls before you. A vicious blow.
A hack up under its armpit into its rib cage, and it just flies over, and blood goes like blood sports everywhere.
All right, so that was at 13. Luke, Tarkus.
15 is me, but yeah, if nobody
15,
goes
yeah,
on
that was
14,
at 13. You're up next. 15.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to find Discord. There it is. Uh, 10, AC 8.
Okay.
Rob? Armor class 8?
AC
Yes, no?
8 is not good enough. You come in with your, what are you using? Your
Bastard sword.
Bastard sword,
One-handed.
yes, and it deflects off of the creature's armor, which is sort of a hodgepodge mix of armor and thick fur and hide. All right,
Wow.
so
I can really imagine that, actually.
that was a 15. At 16, Tuktrin and JB are simultaneous. Go ahead. Actually, why don't you go ahead, Tuktrin, first, and then we'll conclude this round with JB trying his backstab.
All right. 15 on the die.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Splish.
And that's going to be... Oh, that's an 8 on my D8. That's my first 8. So that would be 15 damage.
All right, you obliterate one of these knolls.
That's the max that I can get on that hit. So, hey.
Pretty badass. Are you dual wielding right now?
Yeah, I have 2 axes, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead with your second attack.
That's a 16 on the die.
Oh god. Lord almighty.
And another 8.
Awesome.
No blood, guts, and just meat, basically. Flesh just lying before you as you've just obliterated a couple of these gnolls. Only one remains in the passage in front of you for now. Okay.
Stab.
Well, I'm pumped up from rolling, telling the gnolls to go fuck themselves. So,
Yeah.
I will tell you something about it later.
All right, so there is okay, so that was go ahead, JB. 2 locks.
All right.
Creeping around the corner, seemingly invisible to the gnolls that just ran by you down the hallway to go after Roland and Greyash. You move quietly behind them. Go ahead and see if you can do your backstab.
I'm guessing I'm only going to be able to roll 1 for the backstab. The next one will be the normal attack.
That's right.
Okay.
Although if you hit with the backstab, the normal attack is probably not going to play much of a role.
Okay, I rolled a 15, so I'm going to hit AC 2.
Yeah, that's plenty. Probably more than that, because you're actually +4.
Yeah. Times 3 damage, innit? Or something.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be 3, 9, 10 damage altogether.
All right. Wow, actually, don't kill it. So, yes, you slide your dagger into the thing's gut, pulling it back out. Go ahead and make your second attack.
I can imagine that scene, totally.
That is a 19, so that's definitely going to hit. And our damage on that one is another 3.
Okay. Yeah, you want to describe your kill, since it was kind of a special first-time backstab? Kill.
All right. As the gnolls rush past us, and the other 2 or 3 get taken out very quickly, the straggler who stops, not really sure what just happened, catches his breath as he takes a dagger to the back, and then he is just gone as he takes the second dagger through the brainstem up into the brain.
Oh,
Nice.
surgical kill.
Yep.
I can imagine that, like a gnoll going, what? Bleh! Like, just getting out the fucking solid snake.
Such minor damage, I can wear this thing as a gnoll outfit.
That's your
Not a bad idea.
thing, actually. Anyway, in the middle of combat, yeah, I go, look over and just see this thing come out, because like, I guess it just comes out the wall, like,
Yeah,
what do I
basically.
see?
Yeah, I
Next
mean,
level
like
for proficiency,
so.
taxidermy.
The best way to kind of just I look at it almost more of like a predator type thing. You know what I mean? Like it's so it's camouflage, but it's like not just camouflage, it's like magic camouflage. You know what I mean? So like you can vaguely see him, you know, when he has it on and it's effective, you can vaguely see him, but it's really hard to see him.
Wow.
Like seeing the shimmering outline of the predator when he's cloaked.
Nice.
Yes. Like you can, and like where his face pokes out, you can kind of like see it. You know what I mean? Like, you would say it's 90% invisible.
Wow.
So, I looked up the rules for the defensive fighting and the firing into melee. We can go. I mean, we don't have to go right now, but I have it pulled up.
All right. So let's get to the next round.
Yes, please.
Let's do declarations here. This time, Greyhash, you're back and awake. There's 2 now fighting on Greyhash and Greyhash, JB, and Roland. Maybe they've bit off more than they can chew. One stands in front of Tuctrin and Tarkus. Let's see how.
But what's the magic for the door, though? It's the one part. Let's put an entire round looking.
So what would you like to do? Let's go ahead. We'll start with. I mean, I assume that Tuctrin and Tarkus are going to try to take care of this last null.
I'll tell Tuctrin to go and assist the rest, and I'll step into.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. That I was going to let Tarkus and his, he's massive right now. You can handle this one. I'm going to go to the bigger group.
Well, the bigger group isn't so big anymore. It's only 2 left now.
Well, still.
And it's 3 on 2. All right, so you're going to go over there. What's JB going to do? You are revealed now.
Am I?
Of course.
Am I stuck in melee, or can I take a step back and fire an arrow?
And you killed the one that you attacked, so we should be able to.
Yeah, you could step back if you want to do that. You want to move back and try to fire
Surprise,
off.
motherfucker!
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a step back and fire at one of the 2.
Continuing to fight.
Yes, exactly the same, Rob.
Okay, and then finally, Tarkus, I know, is taking on the last of the gnolls in that other passage. What about Greyhash?
Just gonna swing at one of the ones. Everything seems to be quieting down already. Like they just ambushed us and then got slaughtered. So I don't feel it.
Right, it's like Lord of the Rings in Khazad-dûm.
Greyhash can't do much because there's a big hole.
Yeah, I don't. Everyone's huddled up in tiny hallways. Anything else I do would be terrible.
Like loads of fucking gnoll. Terrifying gnoll just ran in and we just went dun 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 dun, dun. Yeah, fucking hacked him to fucking death. Come on, sorry, it was just I can really imagine that scene. That's happened.
All right,
it's regular staffing.
Staff attack.
Let's go ahead and roll then. Why don't I don't know. Pete, why don't you roll?
All right,
come on, Pete.
I've been rolling relatively high so far, and I don't want that to happen now.
Ooh,
so...
it's a good thing I didn't roll. Oh.
1.
Nice.
Right. Holy fuck.
That means I should be able to get in
All
and
right.
deal with this guy so that he doesn't get an attack of opportunity on you anyway. Touch him. Hopefully, I cut him down.
I'm hoping, but if he gets an attack, he gets an attack. It is what it is. I can always withdraw. I mean, that's a maneuver.
Did you know with withdrawal you can cast it and move up to so many feet as long as you're not aggressive, and you could cast 10 healing spells.
Right. I'm talking about the actual just move withdraw in the book.
Okay, yeah. It's an unreal spell.
I love the withdrawal spell. It's basically like heal yourself completely.
Yeah.
And everybody else.
Well,
you can't do it with other people. Only you can do it on yourself.
No, here's the
you
deal.
can.
You can
move up
cast
top.
healing spells, but you cannot move once you use withdrawal.
You can.
That's sanctuary. When you cast withdrawal,
it says in the rules you may move up to some like 60 foot in one round, in an entire round.
I thought.
Check it later. We'll check it later.
It doesn't matter. Let's check it out later. We're in the middle of a combat. All right. So
check it later.
So
yep.
Yeah. So give me your initiatives then.
4. No. 1 is
4
5.
plus 4.
8.
Oh, 4, yeah.
7.
Rash is just doing nothing this round, right?
No, I'm staffing. It's 4 and 4.
Staffing?
Yeah, and swinging with my staff to hit one.
Oh, you're at 4. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say that.
Plus
and
4,
what about,
yeah.
What about JB?
Arrows, 6.
6. Okay, so Roland. Or no, I'm sorry, Grey Ash first.
Okay.
Pushing! You just push Roland Raven's blood out of the way. How
Sling
dare
passing.
he offer to protect you as you pull forward your staff.
Yeah, that's not happening. No. Unless they got AC 10, it's not happening.
Your boldness proves futile. All right, Roland. Chris,
I distract them for you.
As a launch off the death of the other one. And just do a mad crazy forward lunge on the other 16.
Mm-hmm.
16, yeah, mega hit. 21 total minus 5. Okay, D12. So D12. There's the D12. 7.
Flanking at the thing into me.
Plus 7, 14. So I got a step and go and do a massive lunge on the one near.
Yeah, you lunge your sword right through the gnoll that's there and kicking him off. Falls dead to the ground. Only one remains. JB takes a few steps back, pulls out his bow, pulls back an arrow, and
rolls a 10. So let's see if we hit. I'm gonna hit AC 7.
well, you're also -4 because you're firing into melee.
Well, then I didn't hit anything.
Yeah.
So try again at the end of the round.
All right, so that was at 6. At 7, they go, but so does Tarkus. So go ahead, Tarkus.
All right, Tarkus, drop this fool.
Drop this.
I'm going to drop him like it's hot.
Hopefully. Roll big. D12.
Same again. What are you doing to me?
You should be okay, though. You got a lot of bonuses.
I've only got the 1. I get +1 to hit, so I get I rolled a 9, got a 10.
What about
so
your
AC
strength?
8.
No, you have more than +1 because you have the bonuses to hit from strength.
Yeah, well,
It
that's
hasn't
the
been 2
bonus that I
hours.
get to hit from strength.
You have like a 18 some odd strength. You should get more than
18,
+1.
20. 1820 is +3.
That's
Is it +3 to
no,
hit?
no,
I thought it was +1 to
1885 is
hit.
only +2, so he might be only
yeah,
+1.
it's +1 +2.
Oh.
+1 +3, actually.
Yeah, sorry,
gotcha.
+3.
Darn. I thought you got more than that. All right, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
It's still good from nothing.
Well, you might have still hit, right?
It's AC 8. I didn't hit last round. I shouldn't hit this round.
That's it then, done. Onwards.
That's okay here.
Right.
It's unfortunate.
It happens.
I need to buy myself a set of die and stop dicking around with this bot.
These things happen.
Okay, so you attack that one. The one, it comes back at you with its with its Morning Star. That is 15, 16, AC4.
Negative on Tarkus.
All right, so you're able to deflect it away, but then from the Northern Passage, right near where you are, from the Northern Passage, come rushing out 4 more gnolls. Okay, the first 3 rush up, and they throw something at you. Like, you just see these kind of like things floating through the air. 2 of them smash into you, and it like you're drenched in some sort of liquid, and you look down.
Oh no!
And you sniff, and you sniff as you realize you're covered in oil. And then the 4th gnoll pulls open this tinder box, and there's just like this flame comes out of it, and he just tosses it right at you, and it splashes across your chest.
Oh, God.
You take 7 points of damage and you're on fire.
Stop, drop, and roll, buddy.
Really hoping we could clear these before, like, get a single round of no combat to do something, but... I wanted to cast a spell, but not when there was enemies here.
Yeah, that was at 7. So the one that is on... the one that is actually on Grash rolling, the one that's remaining is literally now surrounded by, well, Tuktrin's coming running in, and then there's the other 3 of you are surrounding it. But miraculously, he seems like a cornered dog, a cornered jackal. And he swings out his weapon wildly, and Roland, you just knock it away with your broadsword. Knock away his feeble attack. That was at 7. At 8, Tuktrin.
Well, there's no sense in me running over there now, I don't think.
Well, but you
I'm
were
already committed. Right?
Yeah, you're committed to it. So you were running around, you were running over there. You're like, he's got it, and then you go running away, run around the corner. You just you know.
Yeah. I mean,
you could turn around and go back.
Yeah, I mean,
you just add because you have enough movement, I believe.
Yeah, I should.
Yes.
Yeah, so you just have enough movement. You could so you would just add your speed factor again, your axe speed factor, but nobody else is going to go before the end of the round. So you could just do that essentially because you're last.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather do that, to be honest.
I just love this idea, like the little dwarf legs going, and then he's like turns around.
Well, I take off running, and all of a sudden I just hear this scream, and I look back, and Tarkus is on fire, and there's all these gnolls coming around the corner. So I turn right back around and then go back that way. So
yeah, there are now 5 gnolls, and they're all there now, like all surrounding. All right, so go ahead, Tuktrin. You rush around there, and it takes you a second, but as the gnolls were all sort of getting in position, you rush up.
Okay. And I'm last, right?
Yeah, you go. Your turn.
Okay. How many attacks do I get? I mean, how many attacks can I have because I moved?
I mean, you can have 1 from each hand if you've got 2 weapons.
Okay. This is my 3 round. My 2
Chris
rounds.
Chris is actually right. Technically speaking, multiple attack specialization on a second round, it's supposed to be on the same opponent. So, like, you only get a second attack on the second round if you are fighting the same guy you were in the first round. It technically resets every round.
Yeah, like, I didn't want to argue, but I knew.
Yeah,
I was right.
I know. We've kind of been lazy. I've been kind of like lazy about it, but Chris is right. That's the way he's been playing his character. We should probably stick with that. That is the rule. And I've actually been doing that for the bad guys, believe it or not. So you just get your normal 2 attacks, 1 from each hand.
Okay. Rolled an 8 on the die.
That's probably going to do it. AC 6.
8 plus 4 is 12. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 12 damage.
All right, yeah, you go rushing around, and the one that was on Tuctrin, the one he had been originally fighting, you just go and you cut him down, and you join. I'm sorry, the one that was on Tarkus that had been you left. You rush over and kill him, but the other 4 are now sort of surrounded Tarkus, but are sort of maneuvering in order to engage with you as well. So it takes us through the end of the round. JB, get your second attack with the bow.
Yeah.
Oh, did you do your second attack? Yeah, do your
Not
second
yet.
You can do your second attack. That's fine.
18 on the die. And
yeah, that's gonna be good enough.
That would be 15.
Okay.
You Americans are really good with the word die. Us English say dice all the while.
Well, I rolled an 8 and then an 18.
I say die and it confuses people.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm
Come on,
sorry.
Mike.
14, not 15.
All right. Yeah, you cut another
14.
one down. These beasts just falling beneath the axes of Clangadin.
As
All
they
right,
should
so so go ahead, JB. There's one is still there with Grey Ash. You know, if that Grey Ash is fighting.
All right. That was a 17 minus 4.
Yep.
13. That's going to hit an
I
AC
think
of
you're
4.
Yeah, you're still good.
Okay. And that is 5 damage.
Fuck. Junk into its fucking back.
Yeah, right. He's basically trying to keep you in line. All right, so that takes us through the end of the round. Now, there are 4 gnolls remaining. One of them is injured, arrow sticking out of the back of his shoulder, surrounded by Roland, JB, and Grey Ash. There are 3 others that are currently engaged with Tuctrin and Tarkus. Tarkus, of course, is aflame. All right, so let's go ahead and start with... Fuck, let's start with Tarkus, man. He's in the most dire straits. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I cast a spell.
You cannot cast a spell when you're on fire.
Correct.
You cannot cast a spell. Oh, okay.
You're
fair
disrupted
enough.
automatically.
Well, I was going to resist and bear through it and cast resist fire. So rip. I cry like a girl and roll around on the floor. Hey, I'm so big, rolling around on the floor, I might knock some gnolls over.
So is that what you're going to do? You're going to try to push yourself out?
Yeah, I've got no other choice but stand here and die.
Well, just
You
stay
could burn.
up. Yeah, you keep
I would.
taking damage.
If I was on fire, I'd just keep fighting.
Just run up and hug one of the gnolls.
Now that would be chaotic. I would love this. That would be a rolling move right there.
I did it with a barbarian once.
A lot of fun. Yeah, so is that what you're going to do? Jump to the ground and stop, drop, and roll, kind of?
Yeah, basically. That is my declaration.
All right, David, what's Grey Ash going to do? There still is that one gnoll. It is injured.
I'm going to kick him to death.
And you don't know what else is going on with Tuctrin and Tarkus, but you definitely saw Tuctrin run his legs like he passed by the front, and then you saw him turn around, go running back.
And all of a sudden, it's very bright around here.
Yeah, he's like, goes charging back.
I hate everything about this fight so much.
That's my job.
I'm just gonna swing at him again. There's too. It's so bullshit.
Okay, so you're going after him. Then you're going to swing on him. Is Roland doing the same?
Is he really badly injured?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to declare kick. I want to kick him to death. Yeah.
Fucking love it. JB?
If they're taking care of this injured one, I'm going to back up a step or two and back up on the other ones.
All right, so you're going to fire down the hallway.
Yeah.
And is Tuctrin going to continue to dispatch these gnolls at the end of the hallway?
That is the plan.
All right. Okay. Well, actually, Dom, why don't you go ahead and roll us a d10 for the initiative this turn?
Oh, hell.
Oh, well.
It's a 7.
Hey, no, go on.
That's what I like to hear. Let's see what I got.
Every time you ask me to roll initiative, I roll terrible. You know.
I know. I got to. Ah, God damn it. I rolled an 8.
Yeah.
I've actually rolled some decent initiative this battle. I rolled a 1 on one round.
I haven't rolled initiative in like 3 or 4 game sessions, and I keep like I'm like that kid in school. Don't call on me. Don't call on me. Like,
you're hiding in the corner of your view screen.
Exactly.
I'm not really here. All right, so all right, everybody, give me your initiatives. Greyhawk is at what, like
12
plus 4,
15.
so 11 then.
11. I got 15 on down. I'm sorry, Chris. What'd you say Roland's at?
10 for my natural weapon attack.
Oh, that's right.
I've got tumbling as well for +2 to hit.
What about Tarkus? What's Tarkus in this? 6? Is that what you said? No, that can't be right. Rolled a 7.
I mean, my initiative is
3. It's +3 modifier.
3.
10.
Yeah.
All right. So and then JB. It matters because where you are in the initiative determines when the fire hurts you. So if you win initiative and you put yourself out before the fire would hit you, before they go, you don't take the damage. All right. So JB is at what?
12.
All right, so we start with Tarkus jumping down to the ground, begins to roll around, and God, I don't know how you roll to put out fire, but let's go ahead and make a dex check.
Good call, rule of thumb. Good call, rule of thumb.
Either that or a
Just
saving throw with a
double-check my
spell.
Dex. It's something I never use.
Yeah. Some spells are mad. Some rules are auto. You can put yourself out. Some are like you have to roll according to a spell.
I failed.
Oh.
All right, so you are working to put yourself out, okay, and you get some of it out, but you're not quite able to get all of the flames out, and it continues to spread across your body. You are going to take a reduced amount of damage, 3 damage this round, as the flames continue to lick at you. And you were not able to get yourself put out. That was at 10. Roland also goes at 10. You go to kick this creature that's standing in front. just like fuck. It's just such a fuck you moment right now where you're just gonna kick him.
All right. So +2 for tumbling, +2 for strength, +4. Oh, 20! I've literally rolled a 20. I've literally.
Go ahead and describe. You can basically do whatever you want to this guy, right?
First
of all, you're gonna do enough damage to kill him. So
well, yeah, because I've got you fucking Well, I got +7 strength. No,
I know.
+5 strength.
He only has 5 hit points, so.
Yeah. Okay, so I just go, ugh, and I kick him straight in the stomach. And as he keels over onto the ground, I just stamp on his head. And he dies.
Oof. Splattered null brains right on your boot. That was at 10. At 11, Greyash.
He's dead?
He did.
So I guess initiative gets delayed. They'll move up to see what the fuck's happening.
You can move up there.
Yeah,
all right,
move up here.
So you quickly move up, and you're able to see, again, Tarkus is rolling on the ground. He's on fire. He seems to be trying to put himself out, not doing a great job. Tuktrin is taking on all comers over there, putting down. There's no bodies, like, littering the hallway now.
Mm-hmm.
And then JB's right at that corner where you are, firing arrows down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and fire?
Hold on. Well, let's let David.
Sorry.
What are you going
Can
to
I
try
try
to
and
do, David?
help smother the fire out with like a blanket from my backpack?
You want to run over there and try to throw a blanket on him?
Yeah.
All right, I'm
fire.
gonna give you a +3 in initiative modifier for that. So we'll say that happens at 14.
That's fine.
JB, go ahead and fire your arrow down the hallway.
Down the hallway. That is a 19. So if I'm actually, I think it hit anyway, even if I'm adjusting for melee. So yeah, that would be a 15. I hit a 2 AC.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, the arrow goes flying across the passageway, through the passageway, plunging into one of the 3 gnolls that remain down that way.
And that is 6 points of damage.
Okay. You can see it kind of deflects away, and it looks down, and it looks fearful. Like, you can see fear in the eyes of these jackal-like creatures. All of you can that are fighting them in the flames and the light. The bodies are all around, but they seem resistant to running off for some reason. that was at 12. At 14, they go, but so does Greyash. You rush up and throw the blanket over him. Tarkus, I'll give you. You know what, David? Go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Yeah. Can I drop the enlarge at the same time so he like shrinks down as I throw the blanket over him?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Wait, does that work? Can you drop your own?
I think you ruled you can drop your own spells ages ago.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah. So I see what Rob's saying. Yeah.
No, so you can drop spells that are like on you and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't believe you can't drop like a spell like that. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like
no,
you can drop anything that's on you. You can drop it. And any like area spell like effect that's happening. But I don't know. This is a weird.
I kind of agree with you in a way because.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like the magic's already been cast on him, so you'd have to cast
unless
these
it
spells
specifically says.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Well, I think it's fine though. I mean, he's not so immense that a blanket can't help him. So go ahead.
Yeah, it's like a winter blanket. Roll dex.
Yeah.
I rolled a 12. My dex is 10.
So you failed. So you go and you rush up and you try to throw the blanket, and there's all these gnolls everywhere, and like as you're rushing up, you see that they start swinging swords, and you're just like you kind of throw it wild, and it goes flinging into the air. Tarkus rolls out of the way at the last second. Such good shit, is what you meant to say, I think. And then the gnolls that are there go on, and Tuctrin is standing there, you know, egging them on. One of them does come at Tuctrin, but the other two literally are stabbing or smashing with their morning stars down at Tarkus on the ground.
Terrible.
What?
The one that Tuctrin's fighting misses wildly. Ooh, actually the first one swings its morning star down at Tarkus, and somehow in his wild rolls misses. And the second one comes down. Tarkus at the last second moves out of the way, and the guy smashes the morning star into the ground, and it shakes him, and it falls out of his hand. He brings his hand back in shock as he's dropped his weapon, fumbling with a 1. All right, so that was those guys, and then yeah,
and then
from the open door on the other side of the hallway where they came from behind, so
oh yeah, fucking hell, that door.
A bunch more gnolls come rushing out.
Oh my god.
Like Charge. 4 or 5 of them, whatever. They come rushing out, and as they're rushing out, they're throwing axes. As they're all rushing out. Everybody that's in the hallway is susceptible to this, potentially, which is Greyash.
We'd have to go at that now.
Well, I'm going to say it's mostly Greyash and Tuctrin, because Tarkus is on the ground. So we'll say, unfortunately, 3 of the axes are coming at Greyash, and 2 of them are coming at
They get a -4 because the thing is full of oily smoke from the fire that's been.
Base, does AC 7 hit you?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so you managed to your magical armor deflects it away. Oh my god, dude! I didn't roll above a 6 on those 5 attacks. All right, so the axes are just like all of like, and I imagine that like Roland and even JB's kind of like right there at the edge. Roland and JB and you just like going by you. There's just axes. And they're flying down the hallway, but none of them are making contact, and they just go flying down the hallway, plunging harmlessly to the ground or to the walls alongside of you.
Looks like someone had an axe to grind.
Just imagine those axes flying.
All right, JB, make your second attack before I... No, wait, actually, Tuctrin. Go ahead, Tuctrin.
Okay. Same. I'm just gonna try to get rid of I have 2 left in front of me, right?
There are actually technically 3 over there. One is injured from an arrow attack, and then there's 2 others that are fully
that are hitting Tarkus, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get those guys off Tarkus.
All right.
18 on the die on the first one.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
For 13.
Oh yeah, you chop another one to bits.
12 on the die for the next one, which should be enough because he's AC 6. So right, AC still 6.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Perhaps we should start calling you Tuctrin Knollsbane, because
Right.
there are literally gnolls like all littering this floor. How much damage?
10.
Ah, it survived!
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Knoll Slayer no more. No Wounder. Tuctrin Knoll Scratcher. All right, so the one it somehow remains up, still standing over Tarkus, but grievously injured. Again, it does seem like he wishes that he could rush off, but is nevertheless standing his ground. Let's go to the let's see here. Hold on a second here.
Of course.
Okay. JB, last attack of the round.
All right, I'm gonna fire at the one standing over Tarkus, and that is an 18. That's gonna be a hit.
All right.
With 5 points of damage.
All right, it falls as the arrow does the last bit.
Between the eyes.
All right, so there is one null remaining. It's the one that well, there's one null remaining. It has an arrow sticking out of it, ironically. That take us through the round though, so let's go ahead and do declarations. You can see this one null remaining. It looks terrified in a lot of ways. Looks like a scared, like jackal, but it still seems to be standing its ground.
Where?
It's kind of like midway between the passageway that heads to the south and the passageway that curves to the north, turns to the north.
Yeah. So there's one wounded gnoll there. Yeah.
How many over by this door? Like 6 or something?
5.
I thought 5.
5.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a spell. Hopefully there's no one's in this hallway, right? Between like
JB stands right here.
no one. Okay.
Go for it, Graham.
Okay.
You should be totally fine if you win initiative.
Can
Hopefully.
I ask how much damage I took last round from the fire?
You just took 3. I think I gave you that already,
Just
didn't I?
took 3. You
When you're
probably
rolling
did, but
around?
I missed. Yeah,
Yeah, 3.
thank you.
Hmm.
You know, I actually do want to open this up a little bit more, just for the sake of, because you're standing here now, you might be able to see. Okay.
Oh.
Tell that's there too.
We should really fall back to that. We should fight from the corridor on the south. I'm
A little
gonna guess what
preoccupied
you.
right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what happens with declaration.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go through declarations here. So why don't we start?
Wow.
Tuctrin's still fighting. Got that one guy on him. He's standing there. What is that? Is Tuctrin going to continue to fight
Yeah,
this
so-
one injured?
And Tarkus is still on fire, right? So make sure that. So
He's been rolling around on the ground. Right. Trying to throw a blanket on him, like nothing.
So my plan is to hit this last knoll again, hopefully kill him, and then try to put Tarkus out. Like instead of taking a second attack and a third attack, if I can hit and then do something else to try to get the fire out. If I can.
I mean, if you're going to attack, you're not going to be able to help put the fire out at all.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm attacking then.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's.
You get the fire out. I'll attack him. He's probably close to death. Maybe. Hopefully.
That works.
JB's yelling down the hallway. You put out the fire. I'll take care of this one.
And I'll do it. I'll try to put the fire out.
All right. Then. So what's Roland gonna do?
I front the mage. I'll stand in front of the mage and delay. So I wait for him to cast, but not block his line of sight. Be ready right in front of him. And if we lose initiative and they should charge forward, I just anticipate and do a normal attack. But if a spell goes off, then I'll charge after, if possible. So I delay, basically. I'm going to delay it all round at the mage.
Mm. You're protecting me?
Yes. My little elfie caster. Bless you.
Teamwork.
Let a cup of tea. Let a cup of tea.
He says before getting the lightning bolt to the back.
Exactly, yeah. You know. Here's your cup of tea, Roland.
All right, so let's. Did I get the? What's Tarkus gonna try to roll around and get the fire out?
Yeah, Tarkus is going to continue putting himself out.
I've got faith in Tarkus putting himself out.
Casting a spell. All right, so go ahead. You know what, Luke? Let's look at you roll. Oh, God, you know what? Actually, Dom, go ahead and roll initiative, please.
Oh man.
Why did you do this?
Hey, I rolled a 3. I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
I also rolled a 3.
Okay.
I go
all right.
6.
So I go on 6 as well.
7.
I go on 6.
There's no way they go for 6, right?
Oh, random integer plus X initiative. As a stand.
You're delaying essentially, so you're gonna go kind of simultaneous to them, basically. Yes. All right. So at 6, Tugtrin, Tarkus, Greyash, all simultaneously go. It starts with spells first though. So go ahead, Greyash. Okay.
So my spell finishing, I step past, step alongside Roland, and you just see my hands and just a bolt of lightning 10 feet wide, 60 foot long, goes down the hallway.
Is this the first time that you've shot a lightning bolt?
It is the first time.
First Lord.
Wild Surge first. Wild Surge.
He's been waiting.
This is the 3rd level spell, so Wild Surge is on a 12. I rolled a 1, that's fine. Actually, what is ass?
Uh-oh.
Because
it's
one is
per level, unless it's off a scroll.
Yeah, because that's -2 level difference. I'm only casting the spell as if I was level 3.
So 3d6.
Yeah. And then they say,
wow, I hate that.
It's like a mini lightning bolt.
Why'd I have to roll a 1?
Because that's just the nature of the game.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
That is
still pretty impressive.
Yeah, but that's like probably the worst thing he could have rolled. The lightning bolt fires out and it just engulfs all of them. Like you got them all 10 feet wide. So like they come rushing down the hallway, and it just crispifies everybody. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And they are looking fucked up.
See?
If I cast it normally, max damage would have been 30.
Well, considering that was minimum damage, I think that was pretty good.
For low damage, yeah. They're all very fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just this like, you know, that's just there was other bodies there too, and it's just like this smoking wreckage
anymore.
and like it's that's the smell of electricity and burning crisp flesh in the air. That was at
That's that
6.
goodness.
Also at 6. Go ahead, Tarkus first.
12. Yes, made it.
All right. So Tarkus puts himself out. Tuktrin, you may change your action if you'd like.
Okay. I'm not going to try to change it to any kind of attack because I'm not. I'm getting ready on the ground. Obviously, don't have axes in my hand if I'm trying to put somebody out of fire. So I am going to use my action to help Tarkus up, so he doesn't have to use his action next round to stand up.
I love that.
Nice.
That's so great.
Nice
Yeah,
RPG.
that was
Nice
great.
RPG,
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna. So basically, I'm running over. He's he's like rolling on the ground like crazy, trying to put this fire out. He finally gets the fire put out, and I'm just basically just gonna lift him up and put myself in between him and any possible damage. So he's up. We're ready for the next round, and then I can kind of like assess how bad he looks. Like how hurt does he look? Like how hurt do you look, Tarkus?
Medium rare.
Yeah, pretty crisp.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. So basically, pick him up and protect him as best I can going into the next round. That's
All right,
going to
go
be
ahead, Jay. Sounds good. All right, go ahead, JB. There's the one knoll over there remaining that you can see.
That is a 19. That'll hit.
All right.
And that is 7 damage.
All right. Yes, the final knoll does fall. The final knoll on that side does fall. The others are sort of staggering around the room, crisp from the electrical bolt. And
That's
then
the first time I've ever seen a 3rd level like little mini bolt in the game. Ever. I've never seen
little
that.
mini bolt.
Really?
Sorry, Rob. Yeah. I've never seen anybody
Yeah.
cast it 2 levels below and then do that. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
It's
go on.
weird, right? Like a 3rd level lightning bolt.
Yeah, never seen that before in my
Never
life, and I've been
happens.
playing since I was 9.
Yeah, no doubt. So then they come crashing into the group of you. So JB's back there. Roland is down there. And Grey Ash is down. Well, Grey Ash is a little in. All right, so there's 5 of them.
Sorry.
2 go on Roland, 2 go on JB, and 1 goes on Grey Ash. I'm just gonna do it that way. Ooh, JB. Morning Star smacked right across the head for 12 points of damage. You can feel the knot on your head. Oh, God. Back-to-back natural 20s. So that's Roland. And that is...
Double 20s on me again.
No, one. I rolled 1 on Pete, and then I rolled 1 on you immediately afterwards for 10 points of damage. As these 2 come rushing in, fighting for the last on their last legs. That is a 2 on the second attack, and then finally 1 breaks through, tries to swing at you, Grey Ash. AC 9 does not hit you, and your magical armor once again deflects away the attack, and that was at 9. At 12. Because I know you have another attack, JB, with your bow. But at 12, you hear this roar. Very loud roar. And emerging down the other end of the hallway, down one side of the hallway.
Which one? Which side?
The far way, the way you have not been yet. Coming around that corner.
Up here?
You see what must be the biggest, ugliest, most disgustingly wart-covered ogre you have ever seen in your life. It's dragging along this sort of hunk of metal that looks like it must have been burned in a fire, filled with sharp, jagged edges in one of its hands. Big, giant, meaty fists. Along on either side of it are these quivering, monstrous goblinoid creatures, 2 beefy, well-equipped hobgoblins at either side.
Ooh, they're pretty nasty.
As he kind of moves around as this giant ogre moves around the corner. Go ahead, JB. You have one more attack. They use up their movement to get around the corner. So
didn't I attack simultaneously when the gnolls attacked us? Didn't I get my?
Oh yeah. I am so sorry.
That's okay. I didn't want to interrupt.
Of course. Yeah.
One attack thing. On the gnoll. A 19. That's definitely in. And a D12. Yeah. A 10 plus 7, 17.
Oh yeah, you chop the one. Any hits are gonna kill this thing.
Yeah, I get that. I just chop one down as I look around. Ooh, the roar.
Okay. Let's see here.
At least we haven't been caught proper in the open. I mean, we're going to get a sustained attack now, as the forces have found us, haven't they? One of the mages or clerics has gone, they're in Sector 2. Dispatch lieutenants.
They're in Sector 2. Yes. All right, so go ahead and
there's a spell I wanted to do that, but like we haven't had a single round of combat where there haven't been enemies on us. So
JB, did you do your second bow attack?
No, I was waiting.
Go ahead. So you see these creatures that have just walked around the edge, come around the corner, big badass, and then these two others that look pretty fucking tough too. These hobgoblins, long swords each. Although they walked around the edge of the corner there with crossbow, with bows in hand, long bows.
Fuck. See, that's the thing with hobgoblins. They're like half orcs. They can actually be characters.
All right, I see the bows. I'm going to fire at one of the hobgoblins. This ogre might be big and scary, but he's got a shorter attack. On the side. That is a 19 again. Roll
Very
well,
nice.
Roll well. That is 6 damage. I got 8 hit points left. I got to do as much as I can before these things inevitably kill me.
You hit him with the arrow, and he points his finger at you and says some vulgarity that you can't even understand the words of it, but as his mouth is just like quivering with it and he's like screaming at you, like
I point a finger at him,
a tough motherfucker, but this is like a big scary dude pointing at you.
If it was in orc, I understand because I can speak orc.
Yeah, what do I speak actually? I do not.
I speak of anything. Orcish, hobgoblin, goblin.
Really? You know?
All right, yeah. So he speaks an orc. Actually, he is speaking an orc because that's what they say, and that's what they. Oh no, their own guttural language. So he's speaking in his own guttural language. Unless he's an ogre.
Okay. Yeah. No. Brilliant. Just
I wish you could hear it. I would love to tell you what he said.
Exactly, for a bit of role play.
All right, so that takes a stand of the round. Let's go ahead and do declarations now. So Tuctrin, Tarkus are basically right near these guys.
Yep.
Casting spell.
You know what I'm doing.
Spell.
Casting spell.
The 3 spellcasters are on the front line, all casting spells.
It'll be fine.
No, I am at least.
I've learned from the. See, I'm not very wise, so I've been playing for the last few games to just fucking run around and let everybody die. But now this game, my character's going, like staying close to the people that keep getting squished.
All right. Tuctrin, Tarkus. What's Roland doing? I'm sorry. Fighting these these gnolls.
Yeah.
There's still 4 more. Yeah, there's still 4 more.
Yeah. So finish them
and
off.
Greyhawk casts a spell, and JB is using bow.
Using
Well,
bow.
you actually have 2 guys on you now in melee.
All right. Melee it is.
All right. Pete, why don't you go ahead and roll a d10 for us?
Okay.
For you guys.
Hey, babe.
3.
Hey.
3's good.
7. I'll go on.
Okay.
I go on 5.
Yeah, I go on 5 as well.
7.
Dom, what'd you say Tucktron goes on? 6?
And what was the roll?
3.
Then I'm going to go on 10.
All right. So, at 5, Greyhawk with the spell.
Okay. So I just, well, I'm gonna cast. I just fucking closed the tab like a stupid person. I'm casting glitter dust to a pure 10-foot circle to try and get the big guy and the 2 hobgoblins.
Okay. They're not in melee yet, so you're gonna beat them to that. Now, the only thing about this is that,
would you literally block the corridor with your 10-foot cube thing?
Yes.
You know, like your burning cube thing. If you was to cast it like in a section of the corridor.
It doesn't stay. It's just an explosion.
Oh, got ya. Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
So glitter dust is save versus whatever.
And what does it do?
They go blind. -4 to hit, -4 to attack rolls, saving throws, and armor class for 1d4 plus 1 rounds.
All right. Well, the ogre seems unaffected, but the other 2
Damn.
are, they're like, like kind of like wiping at their eyes and seem to be struggling with it.
So 5 rounds. Oh, wild surge shit. Every time. What's his second level?
Come on,
I
Surge.
need to remember this shit. Second level is
on, Surge!
No, it's a 20.
What is this
So
surge?
actually
It's when the
it's a
magical
1.
energies are loosed from his body and causes weird shit to happen in the
Got ya.
environment.
And he has to roll that every time he casts a spell.
Yeah, but it's
Every
only a
time.
1 in 20 chance that it
Okay,
will happen.
okay,
So it's essentially
okay.
like the fumble chance,
Got ya.
Mhm.
And it's not always terrible, the result. A wild surge can be good, actually. All right, so so
It's
they're
like 10
these 2
rounds,
are
like-
definitely blinded. That was at 5. Also at 5, JB Tulax.
All right. 2 daggers.
You have 2 of these creatures on you. They're both crispy fried from a lightning bolt
All right.
fired
split
from
the
the
attacks
tips
then.
of
We're gonna
Greyhawk's
stab
fingers.
stab at one of them. If he dies, I'm gonna stab at the other one. If he doesn't die, I'm gonna stab at him again. That is a 17, so that's gonna hit with 4 points of damage.
All right, he falls before your dagger.
All right, we're gonna stab at the other one. That is a 15. Let me check my Echo again. That's gonna hit AC of 2.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you hit it.
Okay, and that's gonna be 3 points of damage.
Okay, that one also does fall. So 2 remain.
Not just 2 locks, 2 moles.
All right. So that is that was at 5. So also at 5. Were the 2 hobgoblins who are blinded. The ogre roars, and so they go pushing into the melee, looking to strike at anything that's nearby. That'd be Tucktron and Tarkus, one of you each. They are blinded, so they're swinging wildly. And to there. Ooh, actually, a 19 on Tarkus. That's a 15 AC4. No, AC3.
My AC.
AC3.
Yeah, that's a hit then.
Oh, yes!
Damn it.
Damn it. Even blind, they still fucking hit them.
Yeah, it's -4, but I rolled a 19 on it. Oh, wow, and that's 9 points of damage.
Oh,
With a
That's
long
right.
sword.
Oh.
Damn.
I tried.
Is Tarkus still up?
he's still up
Thank
with
God.
1 HP.
Oh, whoa!
Tarkus has got to get out of here, man. He's got to go around that corner and heal up.
Yeah, I was just about to cast Sanctuary so I could start healing myself and everybody else.
Well, that was at 5.
We never got a
unfortunately.
chance to do fuck all. It's just
All right, so
non-stop, yeah.
your spell was disrupted. That was bet 7. Also at 7 is Roland though.
Chop.
Okay.
One of these 5 that's left. Any? Because they could
There's
just
2 now.
2 left. Yeah, but they could still kill Gygax or whatever, like, because they're really close to
For
him.
sure.
Like, so.
Yeah.
15. Yeah, as a hit in it. 15 plus 5, 20. Minus
You
4.
rush forward and thrust your sword through the thing's gut, kicking it off,
Yeah.
dead to the ground.
Wicked.
There is one more of those crispy fried gnolls there still remaining. Otherwise,
Took it
it's
fried
2
dog.
goblins and and an ogre. That was at that was at 7. At 8, the gnoll, the one remaining gnoll that's actually on you. It was a pretty good roll, but it's not going to be good enough. So Roland deflects it away with the shield, getting ash and crispy gnoll skin all over it. And that was at 8.
And I go on 8.
10. Oh, I thought you said 10.
Or sorry, 10. My bad.
Yeah,
correct.
go. You're. That's fine. 10. You're up.
Okay. I want to attack the hobgoblins
Okay.
and get rid of those guys if I can. So the one that just hit Tarkus, immediately going after him.
Okay.
Oh, 17 on the die.
Well, that's gonna be
15.
good enough.
For 14.
I'm sensing there could be another WWF belt. Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
My WWF sensor went off. Sorry.
Your axe brutally cleaves into the creature, and you can see, like, you can just hear ribs snap underneath your attack. But it's still kind of like standing. It's got a sword in hand. It's blinded, looking around. You're trying to keep a gauge on you. It's still up though.
Oh, I'll hit it again if I can.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do your second attack.
Go on.
I rolled a 9.
Oh.
I probably still hit it actually. Not because I get a +1 because I'm a dwarf. That makes 10. For 14, so AC 2.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. That's definitely gonna hit. And in fact, that's enough to kill it. But I realized I had forgotten mine. Yeah, it's AC's 4. All right, so you cleave it to the ground, and it falls underneath your blade. Tarkus's enemy killed before you. Then at 11, the big ogre. Now, oh man, Tarkus is looking bad. How's Tuctrin looking?
I am looking healthy and mean and shiny, and I'm standing in between. Remember, I'm standing in between them and Tarkus. So, purposely, when I picked him up, and I was standing in between them. So,
yeah, but you really got the fighters either side, didn't
right?
I
mean, he could just move to your side. It doesn't really stop him from that.
True.
It's because it specifically says they go for the weakest and most injured opponent.
I gotcha.
Well, they would, wouldn't they?
I really hate it, but I feel like I got to play it by the book. So
they're fucking Dr. Evil henchmen, man.
Yeah. All right. So the let's see here. Oh no. No. This is not that's not the right guy. Actually, he will go after you, Tuctrin. He moves up to stand in front of he stands looming hugely over you and takes this what you might call an axe, but it's not an axe whatsoever. It's this again, it's just like this melted piece of sharp metal that's like long and curved with a big heavy end on it, and he brings it swinging down at you. Whoa, a 19 on the die. That's almost.
Oh, he's gonna hit me then.
Yeah, he cleaves into you with it, and you feel your sort of bones crush underneath it, underneath for 12 points of damage as this thing.
Ouch. That hurt.
Oh no, that's not right. That's not right. I rolled the wrong damage because he's a. Oh yeah, 2d6. That's 3. What did I tell you was 7 plus 6, 13 damage. What did I tell you before?
12.
13 damage. 13 damage. Okay, 13 damage. So he attacks you with this giant, like, metal club axe, and it slaps into you, and you just kind of feel it, like, push you further down to the ground, which might be where you want to be anyway. That was, so that was at 11 simultaneously to this.
Oh my god.
Out of the door where the other crispy fried knolls had come from, come 2 more ogres rushing out.
What?
Slobbering and fierce, and as they come rushing out, the other ogre roars, raising his axe in hand, and they all kind of like roar, creating this cacophony of sound just rippling through the room, and they go rushing down the hallway.
Who made this?
They've sent in the fucking cannon fodder, set the spells and the AE and stuff, and then the LTs are coming. Man,
and I'm running this just exactly as it's literally planned.
This is how they're supposed to fight.
This is literally exactly the way.
Whoever wrote this, they knew what they were doing.
Evil.
Yeah, Gary Gygax might have had an idea about how to fuck with players. I will tell you that. All right.
Yes.
So these other two ogres come running out. They rush down the hallway, and JB and Greyhawk, the two of you are sort of at that back area, so they come running at you.
I'm there as well.
JB, the first
there
one.
As well.
Yeah, but I'm just narratively, I just said that. So the first one comes and smashes into you with this like, we'll say it's essentially a two-handed sword, but it's just like. You know, in its hand, it looks like it's a long sword, but it's like a two-handed sword. It comes swinging down, smashes into you, cleaving through you for 14 points of damage.
I'm at -6.
Oh my god! You fall to the ground.
Oh,
Someone
no.
rushes by you, sees Greyhawk standing there. Oh, and his sword goes flying out of his hands, clanging into the wall as he swings. You duck just below it. He fumbles, sort of taking a couple of steps. Now he has no weapon in hand, but he's standing before you, this giant ogre slavering, looking somewhat confused. And that takes us to the end of the round.
Yay.
Yeah.
New round. Declare.
Oh, wait a second. Rob, you said 14 points of damage?
Yeah.
I'm at -4.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun. All right, so let's go to declarations. What's Roland doing? The battle has gotten even more fierce. There still is one of these crispy fried gnolls, but now you've seen 2 ogres have rushed into the battle, and they're taking, and one of them is going after your charge, Greyhawk.
So I smack the one that hasn't got his weapon.
All right, great. Yeah, that's the one that went after Greyhawk. What's Greyhawk gonna do? You see Roland come rushing up to defend you.
I'm casting a spell again.
All right, so
The
you
whip
begin to cast
around
a
is
spell.
like fucking. Well, these fucking things.
All right,
Stop
Tarkus.
coming.
Lucas, Tarkus is up and standing aside. Tuctrin is sort of defending him. You can see standing against toe to toe to this giant ogre who's just cleaved into his axe. What's Tarkus gonna do? Trying to cast a heal spell?
Well, I can't safely withdraw from this situation and get somewhere to actually do something, so I'm going to have to try and heal myself. So cast a healing spell.
You really should look at withdraw if you can get that spell.
I have the spell, it's just not memorized.
Right. All right, and then 5 JB 2 nulls. That's not funny. Tucktrin.
So I think I missed I missed an attack last round.
You did?
Because both of my attacks were on the same hobgoblin, so I would get my offhand still against another opponent at the end of the round.
No, your one hand and your other hand go at your initiative. Your second attack with your special weapon, your specialized attack, goes at the end of the round.
Okay.
Right? So that guy is dead. You would just have your specialist attack remaining.
So the offhand attack, as far as I understand, goes at the end of the round. Specialist attack is on different initiatives according to the book.
Don't dual weapons go simultaneous?
Not according to the book, no.
I thought that was the case because
I did say this.
Specialist attack. Okay.
There's multiple levels in 2-weapon ability, and only when you bite like 2 or 3 times do you strike simultaneously with the weapons, and can use weapons of the equal length, and the ranger gets it automatically. So to begin with, it just becomes the speed factor of your main weapon, then the speed factor of your off weapon, and that's when you attack. And they add on.
Right. So that's so confusing.
Yeah. Basically, it's really stupid. So effectively, what happens is, because I've been trying to read it, and it says different things in different places. And effectively, what happens is your offhand attack is a separate added-on attack at the end of the round after you've taken all your normal attacks. Specialist attacks are normal attacks. So I would hit on, say, like this round I hit on 10. Then my second attack would hit on 17, and then my offhand would hit at the end of the round.
Correct.
So I shouldn't even have those 2 back to back. So technically,
mechanically,
that's fine. I mean,
and nowhere does it say it has to be on the same opponent. I'm nowhere in the base book, anywhere.
I'm sure all attacks do have to be centered on the same, but that concede extra attacks. So, for instance, your offhand, you could attack anybody nearby, but like with your specialist second attack, you couldn't.
It doesn't say that anywhere in the book that I can find anywhere under any combat attacks at all.
We'll address this. Let's address this in the but let's just go ahead and make another attack. It's fine. Go ahead and make another attack.
So this would be against the ogre. Oh, it might not even hit him. So
it might. His AC is
9, 10. Is his AC 6?
His AC is 3.
No, then I did not hit him. Then I did not hit him.
Okay.
Fuck! I didn't expect that.
Well, offhand penalties.
Leader.
I don't get as much to hit.
All right.
No, I meant like that he had AC 3. That's what surprised me.
I know. All right. So that was at the sort of end of the round, I guess. Then, so we're back around to the top. So, Tucktrin, what are you doing then this round? We'll go ahead and ask you then.
So there's an ogre attacking me, and then there's still a hobgoblin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the hobgoblin is the one that's actually on you, because you killed the hobgoblin that was on
Tarkus, and then the ogre just hit me with a giant axe, right?
Oh yeah.
So I got to get that guy off of me. So I guess I'm attacking him.
The ogre, nice.
Gonna have to.
All right, Roland. What's Roland doing?
Chop the one. Lost his weapon.
Chris last. Oh yeah, that's right. Tarkus casting a spell, and Grey Ash is also casting a spell. All right, let's go ahead and David, you want to roll us the D10 for this round?
Please roll a 1.
Hope so. It's a 6, I think. 6.
Look at this.
6.
You can also just look at the die and tell us.
I know.
It's 6. I told you it's 6. 6.
Okay, so 6.
That's not going to be good.
What's everybody's initiatives?
Like 11.
10.
13.
0.
What about you, David?
11.
Oh, 11. Okay. Roland Raven's Blood. There's one ogre there, of course. Again, as I mentioned, it does not have a weapon in hands, but you know, having heard and fought these in your campaigns previously, that ogres without a weapon are still a dangerous opponent.
Aye. 'Tis true. As I step forward and go, my bastard sword, one-handed, 14. 14 plus 5, 19 from 16.
Definitely,
minus 3.
yeah. Yes.
Ogre
you got
large,
deep
aren't they?
into- Oh, yeah, they are.
So that's
So
3, 12.
large. So very large.
They eat babies.
Mhm.
Oh, a 12 plus
So
7,
succulent.
19.
Jesus Christ.
Maximum damage, one-handed, 19.
The creature
Yeah,
almost
the
seems surprised at your fierce attacks. It's just a huge gaping hole now across its chest, blood spurting out everywhere. That was at 10. At 11. Greyash, Tarkus, both of you are casting spells. Tarkus, I'm going to let you go first just because you really fucking need it.
Well, thank you. Let me double check where my actual spell is so I know what I'm rolling. D8, okay. Rolls a 1.
Is it Cure Light?
Cure moderate.
D10 plus 1.
D10 plus. Oh, it says D8 in the player options book when I looked it up because I'd forgotten and I haven't
Luke,
my sheet.
you know, Luke,
Yes.
at my house in my office, I found all the spells are spell cards for a second edition,
Oh,
plus all the expanded
sweet.
spells. So come round with your character with all these spheres, and I'll give you all the spells, and you can just
My-
take them home and have them as little cards.
Oh,
So,
Cure
yeah.
I'm
Moderate's
just
1D.
gonna. I'm
D10
just
plus
gonna
1.
quit
D10
and
plus
leave
1.
right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I got 2
You from a D10 plus 1?
from a D10 plus 1.
Motherfucker.
So
Yeah.
Well, you tripled your hit points.
That I did.
wow.
I'm just sad.
That's bright siding that shit. All right, so
That's disappointing.
that was at 11. Greyash, go ahead with your spell.
Your
Okay,
fucking
I'm
dice
casting
rollings on
Null's Reckless Tremor to cast a second lightning bolt at these two.
Get in.
All right, so
The wild-
does the lightning bolt origin begin at a place of your determination, or does it go from your fingertip and like shoot across? Because I mean, your companions are in melee with these things. Or
And I'm wearing metal.
I mean, Roland is fighting one of the two ogres.
The bolt begins at the range and height decided by the caster and streaks out in the direction from the caster. So I can cast it above me, like at ogre head
Wow.
height, and just blast them in the head.
Was it a 10 feet wide or some shit?
Yeah, it's 10 foot wide. So I can cast it up like above us, like just angled down towards them. So it goes over us and hits them, I guess.
Well,
should be fine.
I'm not worried about the dwarf in the least.
I'm going this way. I'm going to like this direction, the two this direction.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
So you're firing over Roland and
Roland and me.
and you, and JB's on the ground. So yeah, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Okay.
I think you've made a compelling case.
Rolled a 16, which is plus
Very-
1 spell level.
Oh,
Very
Wild
unique
Surge
mage.
Is
and they both sailors.
17. So as I cast the spell, colorful bubbles comes out the caster's mouth instead of words. Words are released when bubbles pop. Spell with verbal components cannot be cast for 1 turn.
10 minutes.
Wait, did your spell go off?
I don't know, because like you said before that like these are also with the spell. Because like 90% of these are like don't mention the spell casting. So like it says like.
All right,
cast a
so
predict
here, this is what I
100
imagine. Like you're moving your hands around, and then the last word, like the bubble comes out, pops, and then the lightning bolt fires off, like as that bubble pops. But now, like as you're talking, like the bubbles just like keep coming out, and you're like hearing the voice is very strange.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
So this is a lot more than the last one. Do I have enough d6s? I do.
6d6.
Classic.
He's got a shoebox full of D6s.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23 damage.
Man, all right. Both of the ogres go blasting back. It's just like, this sort of, disintegration of their bodies almost as like the lightning bolts pass through them. They shudder and essentially just are completely dismembered by just like this blast of lightning. They fall to the ground dead. Skeleton bones and flesh just kind of splattered all around on that end of the corridor. That was at 11, 13, Tuktrin, and the big ass ogre.
Ugh.
All right, he says in common, he says, "I will kill you and I will eat you." And then he brings up his weapon. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I rolled a 13 on the die.
I don't think that's going to be good enough.
Yeah, well, 13.
No, I mean for you it will be good enough. I rolled his attack.
Well, that's good. It doesn't need to be good enough against me. 13 damage.
All right. Yes, you lay him in with a huge wound with your axe, but he's still so strong and powerful that he still looks pretty strong and looking like he's pretty fair. Looking pretty well. Let's see here. Let's just say AC2 hit you.
AC2 does hit me right now. Yes, I don't have my shield on. I don't have my shield on, so it does hit me. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. 5, 6, 12 points of damage as the heavy axe wound.
I take it.
All right, so that was 13. Now do your offhand weapon thing.
I'll be at 20. My offhand will go.
That's fine. Nobody else is going before you then.
No. 14 plus AC3. Yeah.
Okay, AC3 is what you need.
Yep. Well, I mean, with an AC3, I think I was like -1. Rolled an 8 on the die, so 8 plus 6, so 14.
Damn, dude.
On the offhand.
Fucking getting.
It says, "This is my domain. You will not rid me of this. You will not rid this place of me." All right, so that takes us to the end of the round.
And I just say back to him, I just say, "Don't worry, there'll be pieces of you everywhere."
All right, let's give you a declarations phase here. Pete, you lost another hit point there.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping track.
All right, Grash.
From beyond.
Is there only the one big ogre?
Yeah. Oh no! Wait,
Okay.
I forgot about the crispy fried. No.
There's one.
We
No.
still haven't finished off yet.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one left. God, who should I have it attack? Let's see here.
Sneaky, no.
No, you know what? Everybody else is facing the other way and not paying attention to him. He runs off. He goes running away.
Yeah.
He's one hit point.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
A Knoll would do that.
exactly. Exactly.
He'd probably grab one of his dead friend's legs just for a snack.
Yeah, right. And it's cooked. All right. So, Gray Ash, what are you doing?
Everyone in this direction is like fucked up, apart from Tuckrin, who's currently getting fucked up, right? I think so. Like,
Tarkus is up. He's looks in very bad shape. There's the only one that's left is a giant ogre, and then one of the hobgoblins actually remains. He's blinded though.
If I use the cube, would I be able to hit the hobgoblin and the ogre without hitting anyone else? Like the 10-foot cube one.
I'm gonna say no. That'd be pretty hard.
Can you?
Yeah, it'd be
what if it's just the big guy? Could I catch the big guy on the edge of it?
No, because Tuckrin is fighting him. So, like, it's easy to like kind of imagine that, within the context of like where our figures standing, one is in front of the other, but they're not really just standing one in front of the other, toe to toe, doing that. They're moving around a bit, like that. So,
if I see the madness, I'm gonna charge it with the staff of striking. The big guy. Literal Murloc from World of Warcraft noises.
All right. What about Tarkus, Luke?
So party, how is everybody looking?
JB is down on the ground, bleeding to death.
Yeah. JB's bleeding to death.
That's fine. What about everybody else?
Oh man,
you kind of get what you deserve.
I mean, we are here to vanquish evil.
I haven't been hit yet.
Yeah, you bring that up.
So yeah, I suppose I'll step back and reluctantly pick up JB.
Well, all right, so you're gonna
stop him from bleeding at least. Yeah,
I'm gonna do a healing
to stop him and stabilize him.
Yeah, a successful healing check will bring him back to 1. All right, so you're gonna heal him. What about Roland?
How bad does the big ogre look? The really big, nasty boss.
I mean, he looks like he's taken some pretty massive wounds, but he also looks like he's still doing all right.
And what's on us here?
What?
Is he all that's left if we killed everything else?
Well, the
Two
hobgoblin.
little guys and the big guy.
There's just one hobgoblin, and who's blinded. He's covered in the glitter dust. And then there is the giant ogre. That's it.
Just chop the giant out. Charge. I actually declare charge for +2 as I run through fucking 40 foot.
And then I assume Tuckrin is going to stand toe to toe with the big ogre. All right, so let's go ahead. You know what, Dom? Go ahead and roll us a d10. Let's get a nice.
All right, come on. Big money, no whammies. 3.
Oh, solid.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Solid. Let's see what I can do over here. And I am.
You get +1 initiative for charging.
I also rolled a 3.
No. You get +2 to
matching.
But you can lose.
If I change initiative. Never mind.
It might change initiative too.
I don't think it does.
So many little minor rules in here. All right, so you got a 3 on the die. What does that bring Gray Ash to? 6, right?
7 for the staff striking.
7. What about Tarkus? Is just a 3, so that's a 6. Tarkus goes on the 6. Roland Raven's Blood charging across the battle at a 7, and then Tuckrin
10.
That's about what I expected.
Yep.
All right, Tarkus, you kneel down besides the body of JB and go ahead and roll your healing proficiency.
I roll a 13 with a 14 required.
All right. So even in the field of battle, distracted by the roars of this furious, most massive ogre you've ever seen before, you're able to pull yourself together and calmly wrap the wounds that JB has taken. JB is back to 1 hit point.
Yay!
Yeah.
That was at 6. At 7, Grayash and Roland are both charging up at the thing. Well, running at the thing, but Roland is technically charging. So I'm going to let Roland go first.
I'm also charging, but it's fine.
Oh, you are charging.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
both of you. We'll go simultaneous then, guys.
Super.
Okay.
Right, D20. A 16.
Roll the fucking-
Oh, that's going to hit. Yeah.
21, 23. -5.
Bastard sword.
Nice.
One-handed or two-handed?
1. D12. Whoops.
Roll that
Fell off the
D12
table.
guy.
11.
Oh!
18.
All right, go ahead. I'll describe it in a second. Go ahead, David.
I rolled a 2. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened.
Yay! Damn. All right, so Roland, you come down with the sword into him, and the beast staggers for a second, falling down to one knee, but then he kind of like pulls himself back up and raises his giant hammer above his head and brings it down once more upon Tuctrin.
Gosh.
On 9, and he is going to hit Tuctrin.
He hopes.
Well, that's a good one. Oops.
Uh-oh.
13 more damage.
Fucking jeez.
I should give this ogre specialization. Have him whacking bits to pieces. All right, so that was at 9 that it went. Tuctrin 10.
Oh, if he had specialization, I'd be dead. All right.
He's like staggering over. You can see he's like very wounded. His
16 on the die.
Wart-covered face, and you just leap up.
13.
Describe your kill.
I just basically I had 2 axes in him last time, so I pull myself up by one of the axes so I can reach his head and just split his skull open with it. So I'm basically climbing him with the axes.
Wicked. Like up him and then bang into his skull.
Right.
Boom.
And then he just falls over and then I get up.
That's it. Super ogre down.
Yep. And then there's still the hobgoblin, right?
Ah, he's blind now. We'll fuck him now.
He is. He'll fight to the death. So, unless you're going to do something else, you're going to put him down.
Yeah, I am.
I pin him with my shield to the wall, like gutturally, like wrestling him, so that one of the players can just stab him through. Okay.
All right.
I'll
so
definitely
yes.
do it. He's a mortal enemy of dwarves, so yes.
All right. So after a bit, yes, you bring him low, and you
It's a bit like that
stand.
scene. Oh.
You stand amongst piles of bodies, seemingly a never-ending struggle. You feel your breath. You hear your breath. Once again, you have come out of the battle victorious in your most recent foray into the temple of elemental evil.
And injured a lot.
And
Very
injured.
injured.
So we're going to stop
That's
there.
such a fucked up ambush, man.
I mean, if you saw my fucking notes here, you would see I played that exactly right. Like, it was literally everything happened exactly the way it was supposed to happen. You guys basically walked right into the worst possible way to approach that.
And let's not
I missed
forget,
with the
of
staff.
course
Does it
we
still
did.
use
we
charge
chose
points?
to go there instead of going in a different direction.
That's
Let's
one
not
way.
forget that part.
We fell for the red herring. Oh, you got to be careful to
Yeah.
go through these bodies. Don't go this way.
Mm.
And
I
we
thought
fell
this had
for it.
nothing to do with the disappearing nuclear physicist's husband or Carnival's
So-
work on the new fusion bomb.
So,
Good game.
So for Roland, real quick, while he's calculating XP, I pulled up withdraw,
Yeah.
and it says that while affected with the withdrawal spell, the caster can only use the following spells: divination or any curing spell. The latter on himself only, so he can only heal himself. The
Ah.
casting of
posted
the
it in the Discord
spells
channel,
is
yeah.
different fashion negates the withdraw spell. Similarly, the withdrawn caster cannot walk or run, become invisible, or engage in actions other than thinking, reading, and the like. So you can't
What book's-
move.
what
you
book's
can't
that?
run. The basic player's guide.
Fucking
Second
hell,
edition.
I
it's in the
misinterpreted
player's
that then.
handbook.
I
Yeah.
thought you could move. But only you.
So what you're thinking is Sanctuary You can
No,
move
no, I know
as
what
long as you don't
sanctuary is.
attack anybody.
Yeah,
They
I
have
know
to. Yeah. That's
Not sanctuary.
sanctuary. Yeah.
I thought, okay, so that's interesting. So you can only heal yourself and you can't move.
So what you do is you heal yourself, and on your last quote unquote spell, you heal
break
somebody else
it.
within.
Yeah.
Yeah, you break it. Yeah.
I get it. I think, but I think that's what we might have used to done, but we used to be allowed to move. But obviously, that's not allowed. Obviously, misinterpretation.
Well, there should be a higher level version of that. You'd be able to be really cool.
But with the speed factor thing, what we always did was, like, so two weapon was a weird one because you can buy multiple ranks in it, have a range of be natural in it.
Well, now keep in mind what I'm quoting is out of the base book,
on it.
not the player's options, combat and tactics, or the fighter's handbook. This is just the base book. So there might be rules above this one. So that's I just pulled it up in the one book. Also, I looked up firing into melee is actually not even a penalty.
Wow.
No. So the way it works, firing into melee.
I know how it works.
Yeah, you know.
I'm house ruling it. I'm house ruling
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
That's the thing. Dungeons and Dragons is the master of house ruling. I mean, it says at the start of the game, do what the fuck you want.
Because I read it and I'm like, there's no way we're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's it's an equal chance to hit like whatever number, and
depending on the size of the it's done by size category. So I would be like, I would count as like a half, and then like a regular human would be counted as a whole.
That's ball-like, any. That's ball-like.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
Every time you have to really calculate it, anything dies, anything runs away. Whereas they're just -4 is a nice thumb rule.
Yeah, it sucks.
All right.
I think none of us really mind as long as everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
Definitely healing myself.
All right, so
everybody
gets 300 and this is a pathetic number, but it's what it is. 398 XP.
Yeah.
For the monsters.
I'm writing this shit down now.
Yeah.
How much was the general XP the last 2 sessions, guys? Not the fighting, not the hit dice, just the normal XP.
600 for the last session, and the session before that, 1,050.
Thank you.
35 hit dice.
Get it. That's fucking nice.
Oh no, I missed something too. You get more. There's more. That was because I didn't include the skeleton snake room.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've forgotten all about that.
It happened so long ago.
Yeah.
Feels like yesterday.
650.
I was honestly expecting that snake to bite me. Save, fail, die.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really
I mean, that it's a saber die. It was a saber die snake.
Oof.
Was it? Fuck.
Of course it is.
It was save or die. No, it was save or die, and then if you make the save, you still took 3d6 damage.
Well, that's kind of why I ran over there, because I probably have the best save versus poison in the group, and I was like, let me fight. I need to fight the snake.
So JB, my god doesn't see favorably upon you being your neutral evil self. Take 1 extra hit point of health back.
Oh.
Well, that puts me back at 0. So.
No.
You get 1 more hit point. He healed you for 1.
Yeah, I healed you for 1.
Everybody gets 227 more XP.
Right. 227.
4, 5.
Oh, excuse me, my cough.
It was 6.
So 625.
And 10 more hit dice. And 10 more hit
10
dice.
more hit dice.
Okay.
Holy shit,
Awesome.
I'm flying, I am.
And game XP?
That's what I already gave you. Oh, you mean 6 exploration XP? Well, okay, yeah. Actually, you did get
What's
some. You explored some rooms. And I gave 100 XP per room explored, basically, is how it kind of works.
Oh.
Just as a...
Okay.
I just like giving XP for exploration.
I love that, actually.
I like it as well. See, another house roll, thumb, brilliant. Do you know, I was doing the fighter XP completely wrong until I met Rob.
Ooh.
300. Well, 1, 2. Say 1.
What do we get for beating Gary Gygax in combat?
400 XP. 400 XP.
Hey, it all helps.
It does.
400.
Okay, guys. Nice long battle session. That was a really big battle. But we'll have some
Good
great
game.
exploration next time because there's obviously all those monsters came from somewhere, so you'll get to explore those areas on the next session of the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Mental evil.
All right, guys. Probably be a couple. It'll be a couple weeks. I think 2 weeks until the next session. But fun game, and I will see you at the beginning of February, y'all. Thanks everybody
Sounds
for playing.
good.
All right, take care,
Sounds
everybody.
good.
All right,
night.
later.